repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign. Oh. Did we?
Hey, Blue Joy, Lord Forth.
That's cool. I can pivot. The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils. Hold up, I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign.
Should be a fun discussion.
Alright, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters. How did you do that? I have the right tools for the job.
On. Let's hope not. Yeah.
Load. There we go. Pin.
I'm not sure if you saw, but in the chat, but we got the meeting with Lee is confirmed for next Monday.
Yeah, I saw something. I did. Yeah, I didn't note down the time. I just saw that there were.
Eastern.
Yeah, there were like 35 new updates, and
Yeah,
there was something you wrote about the meeting. So yeah.
That was last was.
Yeah, I didn't go over all of it. I was out
Without
walking
end.
Chico, or we were at the dog park and stuff.
Are the ones most courageous.
Yep.
The tree that endures has to bend. From
So I saw there was one of these things that I know I need to read tonight. Yep.
I have some unbelievable news, and I'm going to save it for the right time to launch it on everyone.
Those
Uh-oh.
unlucky
It's good
will
news.
never escape.
Okay, good. You just need to be worried at times like this. You never know.
This is kind of amazing, actually, and
Huh? Good.
I have to save it for the right time, especially if someone's.
So you're going to talk about it tonight during the show sometime?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Depends on if that person logs on that I know will drive them crazy.
Okay, yeah, I was more worried if I have to steel myself and wait for it for like a week or a month.
No, this one I'll do it at some point today.
Okay, good. Can manage my expectations here.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, that's good, Lord Forth. No lag tonight. Yep. Let's see. I opened some PDFs here, so I have. Yep. I've been doing GaryCon prep. I'm
Okay.
almost done for my game prep. I've done all the things on the player side
Nice.
for my game. So now I just have some more monsters and stuff like that. But all the player
Oh, that's great.
character pre-gens and all that stuff. So I'm going to write a blog post and post them on my Patreon
Great.
blog tomorrow and send out the links for the players. Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest hurdles, but because I wanted to level them up and also update them, because I haven't played with them. These characters have been played for like 6-8 months, so I needed to update them to the new version of Hawktails. So that's I played lower levels, so now I'm going to. These will be 9th, 10th level characters. We actually played with them during the not the fundraiser, but the virtual GREYHAWK Con and Game Hall. Those were the last time these characters were in play. Yep. So I thought it was be done because there were a couple of players that played at Game Hall, so they can continue to play the same characters, and we can just continue where we took off, left off. because I've run lower and really low and mid-level characters before then. So this is the first time I played this high with this version of, because when we played at Page, I played like 5th level characters.
Uh-huh.
Yep, and this time I want to test higher
POV, I
level
had 30
and
minutes
also
before my
fun because
campaign
one of
group
the
showed
players
up,
have
and I was
played, or two
totally
even,
unprepared.
played earlier on,
I
so I
grabbed my
want them
ready
to
set
be able to play
encounter
the
box
same
and
character.
boom,
So
everything I
I
needed
just
for
need
an
to
epic
update
session.
both the
Adventure
spells
hooks, map
and
tiles,
some spell
loot tables,
descriptions
stat
and
blocks, and
also
miniatures, all ready to
the
go.
hit
My
points
players
and
I
all
gotta
that
still
run
think
stuff.
I spent
downstairs.
hours
There's actually
planning our great dragon
a package
encounter.
on my front
If
step,
you're a
and my
busy
wife's in
dungeon
there.
Okay.
master,
So
get
I'll be
Ready
right
Set
back.
Encounter live now on Kickstarter.
Okay, yeah. Now we have to
POV,
watch the
I had 30
videos for a
minutes
bit here.
before my
Yeah.
campaign group showed up, and I was totally unprepared. I grabbed my ready set encounter box and boom, everything I needed for an
Hello,
epic
Draga
session.
here.
Adventure hooks, map tiles, loot
Yeah.
tables, stat blocks, and miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our great dragon encounter. If you're a
See
busy
here.
dungeon
Yeah, I
master,
can't
get
let
Ready
Mike
Set
in if he
Encounter
comes, but
live now
I
on
think
Kickstarter.
Jay will be back soon. Oh, here we go.
All right.
Yeah, I can.
It's a new miniature case.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I need a second one.
Uh-huh, yeah. So that one will come to GaryCon, and here comes Mike.
I think I'm gonna use this one for concoction. So I
Uh-huh.
need to rip the bottoms open differently to fit all the jousting horses. So it's
Okay.
not set up on the one I have for GaryCon.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So, Mike,
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello.
that good, huh?
Yep.
Have the sports team lost something or has bad happened?
No, they just transition tagged some for $32 million.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Yeah. Whatever that's all about.
Yep. Good.
That quarterback. Ah. All right. Still early.
Yeah. I just started a new render, so that's good. That working on
Cool.
another machine. Yep.
Oh gosh, it still says the Jets Giants. There's a mistake.
Well, we're going down under today. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good. You can change that on the fly.
Yeah, that's one of the good things about XSplit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I made it real small. Duh.
There you go. Yep.
Okay. Ah. Stretch a little bit. Sit to get way up.
Yeah, Chico is going to be out running after balls, so I threw little tennis balls, squeaky tennis balls. I throw them for him, and he goes crazy. So after he tires quickly after that.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool though.
yeah, I have to because the damn dog is so smart that when we go to the park, there is only one entry, and he figured out that he can sniff all the dogs that go in there. So then he's like, okay, Muppy, I've read all the females, so now we can go home. So then he just runs to the car. So he figured that out. So before he always had to go sniff around. Now he's like, oh yeah, I know who's here. That's nothing. So he
That's
just
funny.
sniffs around, and then he just runs to the car. And the damn thing is, it runs to whatever car that has a door open, and he just jumps in because he loves cars so much that he will jump into any car that a door open and wag his tail and
That's
hope
not
them.
good.
Yeah, they take him. Oh yeah, he's the easiest dog in the world to kidnap. You just open the door and he jumps straight in. Yep.
All right. Welcome to another week. Another
Yeah.
hair sticking up. 4-stream week. So got couple games going on tomorrow and Saturday morning, and we have 3 special guests for Sunday night. So we'll have a busy week here. So welcome everyone. So I don't know if you heard when Anna and I were talking. I have a major announcement, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it in case someone specifically comes on in chat, and then hey Mandy, and then because that person, of course is it's good news, but it's funny because that
Mhm.
person, how do I put this? Said, "Oh my God, Jay's going to get even a bigger head than he already has." So, yes,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that.
Mhm.
So, what's up there, Amanda and Mandy and everyone else? So we're gonna have some fun tonight with this one, D1 to 3. Um, if you haven't played it ever, and you're and you've been around for since the first edition era, is there something wrong with you? Is everyone's gone through the Underdark one time, right? Unless you're a Forgotten Realms person and you went right to Menzo Barons and you fought Artemis Entreri for 12 years and never could kill him because, sorry, going off on the R.A.
Plot
Salvatore
armor.
kick there.
Yeah. I,
Yes.
I almost
Yeah,
can
it's a
almost
major minor.
forgive other Forgotten Realms fans if they think that Drow is something that was invented for Forgotten Realms or in Forgotten Realms. I can almost kind of say that I can understand if they think that, but Drow are older than that, or
I
Drow, or however you
and
pronounce it. Yep.
I've said this 100 times. The D3 book is the Bible for the GREYHAWK Drow. Right, Men's Baron box set is the Bible for the Forgotten Realms Drow. They're
Mm-hmm.
not
Yep.
similar. Every Drow in GREYHAWK is not running around dual wielding, with all that. There are a lot of Drow that fight with a buckler. There's a lot of Drow that fight with a spear. There's a
I
lot.
have a hot take.
Yes, go for it.
So the hot take is maybe the argument shouldn't be who created the Drow. It should be, did the Forgotten Realms improve the Drow?
Yes. Yeah.
And the answer
And
I have to that is they opt them too much.
no, I think they did in a lot of sense because they made them more popular, if nothing else. And
Well,
to that I like, so to speak, that they got more limelight because I think it's one of these races that for or types of creatures, to be honest, for good and bad deserves a little bit of more attention because it has something cool in themselves, but they also come with good and interesting and some bad stuff too. So yeah. So overall, they are a very interesting and cool addition to the game. And they also Drow also made it into the mainstream in some sense. From D&D and GREYHAWK, they have just like Vecna, they have escaped into the wider world of fantasy. So they are now a common cultural trope way beyond D&D and a regular GREYHAWK and even Forgotten Realms. So they're like Vecna. They're out in general fantasy land now, and that, yeah.
and I don't want to do this, but say this. How many R.A. Salvatore Drizzt books have you read?
4, I think I read.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
4.
yeah. I read the first 3, the first 4 books about the Drow and stuff. The other
Does the
went.
Crystal Shard books count?
Crystal Shard books are awesome.
That's what I read.
They're good. They're really good.
Yeah, yeah. I read the
And
best.
the first 3 books about Drizzt's upcoming is good too. But let's
Mhm. Yep.
stop there. All right.
Yeah, the
So
rest of them I haven't read, so I can't have an opinion about any of the other. And it's so long I read the first 3, 4 books. I read them when they came out, so it was like 20
Yeah.
years ago or something like that.
I have my jump to shark moment in those books, and I don't need to go over it.
Yep.
So, but yeah, done. All right. So,
Mhm.
when you're a kid, it's like, what is this Underdark?
Yeah.
How do I get there? Oh no, I gotta go all the way through to all 3 G series first. Wow, my characters are going to be super, powerful. Yeah.
But it's something really alluring, intriguing with caves and D&D, so and the Underdark. So it fits D&D so well.
Yeah, but you gotta remember this, Chris. R.A. Salvatore didn't make them a playable race. The Underdarkana made them a playable race.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Gygax made them a playable race.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Mm-hmm.
not Ed, not R.A. Salvatore and that because
Oh, they have a GREYHAWK
yeah.
pre-existence before they became
Yeah.
popular. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, it's just you got to limit. Just like anything, you have to limit it. So, let's start here. Descent into the depths of the earth. Now, whoops. Ah, look at that. Done. I got it. I didn't test that ahead of time. Duh. There we go. Okay. The original, D1 to 2 is really great because it combines 1 and 2 together. And there's
Yeah.
and I looked, I was like, why did they do that? And I go, oh my God, now I understand why. The first
Okay,
5
so
pages are just encounter charts that are exactly the same in both those books.
so they
Yeah,
saved a lot of published.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
How
look at
many
this.
years later did that come out?
I think
Let's
it's
see. That
81,
one is
81,
78.
82 years. That's it.
Yeah.
Very short.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
78 as well. This one is
Yes. Yeah. So
79. No,
yeah. So
1
like 2
year. 1
years.
year after
Oh, 1
D2.
year.
1 year after
Yeah.
D2.
So that was probably when they
Except for,
sold out the initial batch. They realized if you do this,
yeah,
we save paper count
yeah. And these are
and
so hard to find now in original, but
yeah. Yeah, I
uh,
don't have them. I have the D1 too. I have
yeah,
that
I have
one,
the
but
D1
not
too,
the
but I have these
yeah.
somewhere downstairs too. I think
Uh-huh.
someone
I
gave them to me.
never got. I don't think they never
Apologize to the
made it to
community, but
Sweden.
someone sent them to me as a gift, and I was like, whoa,
Oh, cool.
yeah, that was really
Yeah.
neat. So, yeah, God, but it's just like, and I can understand it's for the masses. So, but as us D&D purists, like, no, I'm not lighting a match in an entire troll infested swamp and lighting all the trolls on fire. We sit on a rock and we don't take any damage. It's it's like what the hell? Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, I'm getting off tangents. All right. So D1, set in the depths of the earth. Then we'll jump over to D1 too. So you get down from D3 and you have the passage to the Underdark. Basically, there's a sign that says to the Underdark, right? So, Greg, we got to work on your character for Gary Con as well, too. Okay, let's do that. See if we can do that over the weekend. Some of the artwork's different, which is cool, though. I like that. You have a little bit like the cover art, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like you're talking, this is all 78.
Yeah.
It's just like as old as it gets. Let me see on the
Yeah.
back which other art ones are there.
Yeah, I like the cover that it has that
17
dual
pages.
tone like you had on the early Hamlet, and I kind of like that when you have like a dual. It's black and then one color that they use like a raster tone.
Very distinctive. Yeah.
Exactly, it has an old D&D old school feel to it. So yeah.
Look at, I mean, there's barely any modules out. The G series are out. Look, I guess D1, 2, and 3 it says here, and then 2 more. There's nothing.
Yeah, this is really old, genuinely old school.
Yeah,
Yep.
generally one of the first ones. Oh, you know what?
Yep.
Look at this. This is a UK version.
Oh,
it's in
okay.
pounds. This is
Uh-huh.
UK, huh? I didn't even realize that. Yeah, look, it's got the Games Workshop. Who pre Warhammer. Wow, printed in the UK under license from TSR Hobbies.
Yeah. So I guess they ran their own print run probably because it was probably cheaper to print them there and distribute them than to ship them from here, from the US.
So, yeah. So you get the Kingsnur, and then in your fight with Kingsnur, you find out the Calavdra's there. There's an elder elemental god temple there, whatever that weird thing is, and what is going on. And this is where the craziness in the adventure has to come out. Do I want to go miles and miles and miles underground when I cannot teleport away, when I cannot get out of there anyway easy? This is kind of the insanity of an adventure. This is the most insane thing to this point that I can think of doing.
So the limitations on higher level like teleport and stuff was built into the premise of the game of this
right, because the emanations in the Underdark and stuff, you couldn't teleport out.
Yep.
No, there was no way out. So you had to, it was only physically.
Yep.
And that also is good because that limits Drow from invading pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually a good thing both ways. So yeah. All right. So you got a pre-story here. The Germlane first appearance here. Evil little brownie things. And then, so there are some new monsters in here. There's some great new monsters in D3 as well. which became icons. There's your spitting slug. But this is a weird. I don't know what what this is. I guess that's drow right there, but what that pile is back there, just rocks. Because there's some artwork in here that's like, I'm not sure. It's because it's hard to see. But here come all these. I mean, you want to talk about the king of all random monster encounter charts? Primary, secondary, tertiary passages. So here is the whole thing it's based on. As you can see,
The king.
the map you have is that middle map running through. That's it.
Straight line.
Straight line right through. Wow, that's pretty convenient. All fitting to one page. Okay, might as well do it, right? And
At least it's going diagonally.
yeah, and all each one of those is a mile. Yes, each one of those is a mile.
Yeah, this is an interesting map function wise, so to speak. It's a I love these cartography experiments, so to speak,
Right.
when they try to play with cartography from a technical standpoint. There are some awesome ones in the Underdark, those first edition when you had the Wilderness Guy and the Dungeoneer, whatever survival guide. They have it, and this is one of these that TSR tradition of tweaking with cartography that I really, really like. I'm not sure that this was a really good experiment, but I love that they try. That you need to give them kudos for just trying to work on cartography. So, yep.
Well, the thing about this is that, and you have your own handout map.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wait a while, and there's other counters you may not come across to get to the where you're going here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a distance, and I remember we loved playing and just wandering to see what encounters would come, because this is and there's sub encounters of encounters. You got drow patrols, right? As you can see, look, this primary, secondary, tertiary passages. What is in the mixed patrols? Crazy merchant caravans. So that picture doesn't appear, I believe, in the other one either. Yeah, a lot of slave bearers too. But it's just crazy how many encounters there are. So they start you off with just a straight up drow fight, right, in the first encounter, which is good, gets you mixed into it. I believe this is Vlandril here, Canon 6th level. So yeah, male and female. They always split the contingents of male and females up, and then when you find out when we get to D3 that they're two separate schools for the fighters, male and female fighter schools. It is a 2-week journey, but it should take you longer than that in game time because of resting and all the other stuff.
Is that if you don't go off the main path?
Right.
Yeah. And this is where play style come into it. Meaning in my games, it will be 40 sessions to get those 2 weeks, and someone else might skim over them quickly and do a couple of encounters, and that will be it. So yeah.
And here's encounter. You know what? Let me switch out to D1 to 2. It's a little more modernized in it.
So this is a conversation we had in the last couple of weeks, but this is obviously a campaign setting.
Yep, it is. No, 100%. There's encounters in the campaign setting. Absolutely. But I don't know anyone, with the exception of Alan Growy, who's done a lot of stuff in the Underdark, who've done Drow, like Underdark-based campaigns. Like you go down and you don't want to stay there, but like Alan's done some that I believe that maybe Malden has too. But I have never done that. I've never done that like as a sub thing for my game, but going down into it's just a little bit brighter here. And there's some changes here and there. So here's the thing about drow weaponry. All drow weaponry, the bane of it's like they're vampires, the weaponry and stuff. Sunlight will immediately corrode it. And if they also, when they leave their drow homeland, they lose the emanations because of all the minerals and stuff that are in the walls.
I like the idea of that,
I do
both from thematically and stuff, but I don't want it to be immediate, but it could be fade off over time or something like that. You can.
Well, it is over time, but if they go out, if they go out into the sun, then it's screwed. So that's why a lot of drow use conquered or captured or killed weapons.
Yeah, and you can also say that if you go out at night, then you might survive. So it's a bit like trolls.
Nighttime. Nighttime's fine.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why most
So,
Drow
so,
raid at night.
so exactly. So that
Yep.
these are things that are cool both game mechanically and thematically, but you can tie those together. So I think it's a
Yep.
good example of that. Yeah.
Oh, here's the evil high priestess. I missed her. So this is Vlandril. She is an enemy of a Calavdra. She has this cool thing called a lurker cloak, which she could turn into a lurker above with it, which is really neat. But yeah, so she's one of those ones. She should get away. You'll see her in D3 hopefully. Yeah, and also you'll start seeing these a little bit more. So these Drow, and they're not anything other than a trophy. But every house in the egg of the great egg has a name. There's 8 of them, and they all carry their house names. So here's Alaval and Despana. So there's 2 that you could take. A lot of the older players, some of them have 5, 6, 7 of those and on them. So
I like the houses of the drow. That gives it a lot
it
more
does. It
flavor.
was yes, yeah. She has her own private room, absolutely, because she's like important in the thing. But like there are 2 houses against 5 houses, and there's 1 neutral. Right? There's one that's allied with the Claudra's house, and then there's Despana and all the others, and there's one that just stays neutral. I think it's Go Deep stays neutral. We can look that up. All right, so here we go. Oh, look at that. There's someone.
Yeah. I was
Someone.
just,
Yeah, Mind
that
Flayer
must be one
encounter.
of the early Mind Flayer illustrations.
Yeah.
That
That's
illustrations are simple but really good in this one
yeah, I
for the
like that
most
one.
part.
Yeah.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
I look then the next page, those gargoyles or whatever they are on the top,
Yeah.
they're really cool too.
All right. So
Page
this
app.
is
Yep.
this is like all right. So you have this encounter with the how many are there here? There's Ratman and there's more than one Mind Flayer here. 2. There's 2. There's 2 Illithids.
Yeah.
There's another encounter. Now you can bypass those encounters. Also, this is the main encounter room, and this is D1, right? Here's the map for it. Right, that's half of it. I guess the other half's down at the bottom. But as you can see, you come in here, you could just walk right. For the most part, you could just go and just walk right through and out, and
Yeah.
so.
But I like the inventions that are done that way, that there are ways to circumvent it. It's
Yeah, let me
not
see if it's down
obvious
here.
that you
And
don't
there's
have to do it no matter what,
It's
so to speak.
like that glacial rift map.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
And so here's the eyes for the for the guard post. There's the elephant symbol, and this is where there are some Drow here, and that's where you are now on the map, is right here. Right? Yeah, as you can see, there's lots of other ways off, and you're like, oh, I want to go explore them. It's your own peril. Okay, so that's 33. Just so I remember what page that's on.
So you've already gone through G1 through 3. What level do they expect you to be at this point?
I think it's just say the same 9 through 11. I think it's 9 through 11. And we'll sit at the top. 9 through 14.
Okay.
I think it's a little high.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that's a little high.
Yeah.
All right. This is everything. There's crap everywhere, and it depends on how much goodies you want to get here. And there's one big exception, and there's one really, really big exception. And in fact, the last 2 Gary Cons, now not this year because they dealt with them last year. Someone in this adventure has been in two of my last year's Gary Cons adventures. Yep. And someone in the community made a whole story about this person and why they ended up here. So we'll get to that shortly. All right, there you go. Males and females. See, like, are really 9th, 10th level characters going to worry about 2nd level Drow? You know what I mean? There's a lot of fights that are going to be really one-sided. Here's another no quarter badge, right? So they're spread out with badges everywhere.
Really makes me wonder if you started with this adventure and didn't do the giant stuff, that if you could start out lower level.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You could start out in this room. If you just don't go to the one location about the show and some of the other ones in the back. Oh, there he is.
Oh, okay. That I guessed right then.
All right.
That
I've been
not
waiting for
what
you to
you're
come
going to
on,
say, but
Josh.
who was going to be
All right.
involved.
We had to
Yeah.
stop. We have to stop what we're doing.
Okay.
All right. Just for you, Josh. I get a text yesterday from Luke Gygax.
Uh-oh.
Hey, brother, the winner of the Hat of Disguise, which is, the thing they always raffle off these special magic things, right? Like it's the shoe or,
Oh, gotcha.
right.
Okay.
So they do that. The winner of the Hat of
Mhm.
Disguise. They each get a legendary boon at the con. They can do one thing, whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
This gentleman named Steve Jasinski wants
Uh-huh.
to play in your game as his boon Saturday morning. That's the only thing. That's the number one thing he wants to do. Will you let Steve? I'm like, of course. Then there you go. That's it. So
That's wild
isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
to be
Spent
picked.
thousands of dollars on that to get. He said,
Yeah,
I
and it
was
would
talking
be
to
in your game.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jeremy. So we'll be playing with you. Yes, we're playing with you and
Awesome.
Tony and Ed and Darling. Yeah, and Greg. Yeah, I'll just make another spot. No big deal. Death to Ming. That's funny. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. We'll have a fun time. So he spent a lot of money on that, and yeah, isn't that? I was very honored to hear that someone actually have all the things they could pick. So, and Josh said there was a bidding war going on between a couple other people, and he ended up winning. So,
Wow.
yep.
Well, it's good for the convention.
It is
Yep.
real good for the convention. It is, isn't it, Greg? It's really flattering. It really was. So I was really honored.
Yep.
I said to Luke, no problem, and we were good to go. And that was it. That was the announcement. So just want to let everyone. I wanted to do while Josh was on now because I know he's. So all right, back to this. Back to D1. So here we go. Room number 7. All right. For some reason, unbeknownst to anyone, why, how they got down here, is 600 magic mouth spells all over this room. I love this
Mhm.
picture, right?
Yeah,
Along with this
it's
dude just lying there at the bottom. And it's the Lich Asmerides. No idea why, who, or anything like that, but like, yeah, you're running into some trouble here at this point. But he's got these, look, crowned with 80,000 gold gems or over 50,000. And he's got this scepter encrusted in precious stone for 65. Now, number one, a couple of years ago, he came out of the Underdark. Gary Julian created a story for why he went down there, which is really cool. And I used that story. So the group fought him 2 Gary Cons ago. Right. Last Gary Con, he has a +3 ring of protection, I believe. This ring right here, this ring +3, it's imbued with his soul and essence. And
Ooh.
Darling's character, Flavius, had it on and started turning into him during the adventure and was leading them kind of astray and a trap. And that's when and it went crazy. So, Greg, were you playing that one? Yeah. Yes. So it went crazy, that game. And Bones' character cut his hand off. They fought a shadow dragon in him. We went nuts. That game was fun. At Page, these 3 items, the jewel crown, the gem orb, and the scepter, were used to activate in my campaign the stairs to nowhere to the adventure that they needed to get to. So I kind of tied that in as well. So yeah, so 3 adventures off of just this guy lying here.
Mhm.
Yeah, So
But that's how you do it. You
yeah,
take
but like
one
just
sentence or one hint, and then you make an adventure
because
out of it.
there's no history anywhere written about this guy except Gary Coolian. Go on Cannon Fire
Yep.
or send a message to Peace
Yeah.
Smedger and say, hey man, where's your information on Asperities that you wrote up? It's pretty cool. So
Yep.
yep, and there's just the Lich Asperities. Yeah, if you're running against this guy with 7th level characters, you're instantly dead. I mean, my God, he's got a time stop, power word kill. I mean, you're dead. I mean, a lot of parties dead. So yeah, fun stuff. But there you go. That's a little side story of how you take something and you make more out of it. Um, Undead are all over the place. Here's the giant slug. 87 hit points for a slug. That's disgusting. Trolls are everywhere. Look, that's another, Mike, that's 44 trolls right there. Not 10,
Nice.
44.
I love those two bugbears or
Bugbears,
whatever.
yes, with the
Yeah, they're
teeth.
they're
Yeah,
awesome. They're
yeah.
such a cool little
Yeah.
gang.
That's
They're
got to be
just
tramp art.
fantastic. Yeah.
It looks like Champion. It does.
Yeah, it's one of the most iconic
Yeah.
D&D illustrations of all time, in my opinion.
Trolls,
It's
trolls,
so
trolls,
cool.
trolls,
Yeah, and
trolls.
the trolls. Yeah.
More trolls, more trolls, more trolls, more trolls. Wyverns. Those are the two wyverns right there. Really cool pictures of those as well. This is Earl Otis, that artwork. So yes, you have two stabled here wyverns. So and basically cool, man. That's good, Sam. So you put it in your timeline too. Yeah, cool. Nice. Excellent. And Vecna Genesis, that's yours too. You and Gary wrote that, correct? That's the purple covered one lettering that we went over on a show a couple years ago. But this is all just random damage. This whole adventure. It's just a matter of how much treasure do you want to pick up here, and weighing one against the other, right? So, I mean, if I was you, if I was the party, I'd go in, go after the the lich, and move on. You're just asking for damage beyond that. So, you want. Um, yep. Dungeon ecology. What's up, hey, dude? Greg Bart, good to see you. There's never dungeon ecology written in these. That's something for Anna to worry about.
Yes.
The only ecology would be maybe that there is trade and
Right, running through there. Yeah.
coming going of different underdark cultures.
Right. Yeah. Well, there is. I mean, it's a, as you
It's
can see.
implied in the encounter
Yeah.
charts.
So yeah. So there's where oh my God, I keep on hitting the button. I'm sorry. Number 7 is where Asperities is off to the path, and yeah, right. And then here's your passageway down. I think 14 may be a guard post too. Yeah. So and there's 2 ways out actually. Yep. So that's D1 basically, and you're like, it's just
2 ways out, forward, and dying.
yeah, 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
the 3rd way out, death. I've never had anyone. I've had people get messed up by the lich, but I've never had anyone. Yeah. See, that's the thing. A lot of stuff like troll, you got to watch it with trolls, especially when with the more creative, crazy people in the world like Tim, who has trolls in his game. They cut their own stomach lining out, and they fill it with gelatinous cubes and shit and stuff, and then they use that and throw it, and knowing that they're going to regenerate. Now, how they withstand that pain and stuff, I have no idea. But like, that's just the kind of stuff that like cannot really happen. Or if you cut the finger off of a troll and you throw it 500 yards away, does that regenerate its own troll? No, it's trying to
No.
find its other. Yeah. So this is the kind of stuff that trolls can get out of hand if you let them with regenerating. You know. So you got to watch it. All right. So that's D1.
But you
D2.
can invent a cool troll that does that. It doesn't become full trolls, it becomes something else.
Yeah, but yes, you understand. Yeah, but then
Yeah.
when you got
But
to.
you have to, but I totally agree with you. You have to think about the consequences, both when it comes to game terms and game balance
Yes.
and stuff like that, but also from my point of view, what happens in the setting if you have that? What the heck will happen, so to speak?
Right, exactly. And see, that's
Yeah.
another reason why I have those
Yeah.
emotes
So you have
existing.
to, yeah, you have to think about the consequences when you construct monsters like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, zombie troll goats, no.
Yes. Yep.
And regenerating those, I mean, there's a difference between regenerating while you're alive and regenerating when you're very dead, right?
Yeah.
So I can
What about
regenerating while you're alive, I have no
regenerating
problem with.
undeads? Yeah, can undeads do weird stuff? Yeah,
Oh, vampires regenerate?
they
Va-
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just have to have a
hmm
special way to kill them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, vampires regenerate, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. But it doesn't say anything about rebonding severed limbs, though. That it
No,
doesn't
that's
say
the
anything about
and
that.
also becoming
Yeah,
more than one individual because you
yeah.
start out with one troll. Can one troll become clone itself and
No,
become
that's what I'm
more
saying. That's
trolls?
the Tim
Yeah.
trick.
Yeah.
He'll take a
Yeah.
finger, throw it over there, and then
Yeah. No,
no,
no, I will
no,
see because that will be troll cloning
yeah,
and is that
yeah,
allowed? Should it be?
no.
Maybe, but then you have to start thinking about consequences. So yeah.
Yes, you do. You have to see.
hmm
I always need to think about consequences.
Oh,
And you all saw that on Thursday night,
yeah,
where I
yeah,
had Jeff sitting with me, and Jeff shaking his head multiple times. I
yeah,
said, "See what I got?
yeah,
See what you missed
and,
for 40 years."
yeah. And Jay, I'm the one thinking about all the setting consequences if that would happen. So I'm with you on this
Yeah,
one.
you
Really.
always
Yeah.
have to think of worst case
mhm,
scenarios when you're creating
Yeah.
stuff.
And it's both from a game perspective, meaning
Yeah,
will the game function, but also, in my opinion, as from a setting perspective,
yeah,
does the setting make sense if this works this way?
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a troll bitch slapping the guy.
Yeah.
Whoosh. So, all right, this is the start of Shrine of Koatoas. This is D2. Um,
Yeah.
another adventure that you're like, do I really need to do this? Right? So the answer to that is no. Um, there's not been a single word right now. When you get to this point, there's not been, it's been drow, right? Mind flayers, giants, undead, trolls, bugbears, all that stuff, right?
It's a
No
good
one's
one.
mentioned the
Yeah.
Koatoa yet at all. Like, what the hell's this all about? Yeah. All right. So, look, more random tables, it's just, oh my gosh! Now this one they changed up bit. They have Coatoan pilgrims. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
You
they
got
have to go to bleedable pop or whatever it's called.
Blipdol
Yeah.
pool.
Yeah.
Oh
Blipdle
yeah,
poop. Yeah.
there's a thing that can
Blip.
happen in this where you get put right in front of Blipdol pool. By the way,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
yes there is. There's no way out of it except one way. So they call her Sea Mother here. All right, so they have assassins, monitors, which are monks, and they have clerics, which when they get together, they have these man catchers. They got some cool stuff. They have this glue on their shield which you stick to. They have net traps. They have some cool stuff uh, um, with the Coatoans, but these are not a surface dwelling creature. So, simple trivia question for all you out there who know: what was my solution to Coatoans if they wanted to raid the surface world?
Is your little special monster? No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stolen right from World of Warcraft. They
Yeah.
look just like them.
hmm
So the Croatoans in my
You
campaign
have cool
are,
miniatures and stuff. Yeah.
breed Murlocs because they
Yep.
up for the surface world. Yep. So that's the deal. All right. So this is as you can see, and their points are like preset. Makes it easy.
hmm
This is the cool. This is a river crossing where there's a barge and there's this insane monitor. Quite chaotic and a bit insane. It says he's 13th level. Ugh. Yeah. So he's gonna go. It's gonna go sideways on you. Thoop ship. Yeah. So there, and that's you got to get across the river somehow. Oh yeah, there is. There is a hatchery here and all that stuff. It's just like, but like, and then more deep gnomes are appearing. Deep gnomes really hate the Coatoans. They hate dark elves, but they and mind flayers, but they really hate the Coatoans.
Yeah.
So
Jay, you
yeah.
got a good question in chat. What are
Yeah.
the stats for your Murlocs?
What am I?
Any difference? Yeah, meaning your stat block.
Oh
How did
well,
you? Yeah.
just go to World of Warcraft. I have Murloc Land Strikers. I have Murloc
Uh-huh.
Tide
Yeah.
Callers. All the same. But so yeah, I haven't used them in a while. I'll use them again. And by the
Was
way,
it a couple of years ago? I think
no,
they showed up.
I've used them. Yes, probably
Yeah.
like 5-6 years ago when we got
Yeah, I
with the
remember
minis.
you showed
Yeah,
them on the show.
yeah,
These little, yeah, we
right.
talked
But
about
they're
them.
all
So
different
yeah.
stats, Kai. It depends on levels. They level up for anywhere from 3 hit die all the way up to 10. Um, and also, I Tower of Gygax last year was the Murloc attack. So that's what I did at Tower. I'm not doing it this year at Tower. I'm not bringing the Murlocs this year. You never know where you'll see them. So yeah, you got to survive getting across the river in that encounter. This one, so this one is a deep gnome. You actually have an encounter where you don't have to kill everything. This is a deep gnome encounter. So all right, here's my question to the audience. Paige. Yeah, I know. I did him. Paige was fun though. It was meant to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I threw him out at Paige. Yeah, of course. Yep, I did. So, how many people allow in your campaign? Number 1, Dark Elf player characters. Number 2, Deep Gnome player characters. Number 3, Grey Dwarf Duergar player characters. I want to know. Most people limit it to 1 and 2, and they don't allow the Duergar, the Grey Dwarfs. Right?
For
Even
me,
though
it will
it's
be what campaign it will be. I can imagine all of them be player characters, but it needs to
yeah,
be the right campaign. So in a regular campaign, like my Shieldlands campaign, no, none of them.
mm,
But if I run an Elven, I might run an Underdark campaign in the future where I say,
yeah,
okay, this will be a Drow party, and then I start to have to reconsider other ones, so to
right.
speak. And
I
so,
draw the
but
line at Durgar.
Right.
yeah,
I
Durgar
allow
might
deep
be too
gnomes.
tough,
I allow
but
deep gnomes, and I allow
oh yeah,
dark elves with a reason for playing them.
Exactly. Yeah. The
So
right campaign. I
yeah,
can imagine all of them as player characters if I have the right setting or the right
cool,
campaign
Bronco.
to put them in. Yeah.
Yeah, we have reverse dungeons though. Fourth are an exception. That's an exception. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking
Oh yeah.
about like in your standard
But that
campaign
reverse
setting.
dungeon is more. It's a bit like a play style in that sense because that affects the whole game and
It's
how
all you're
you
being the
do things.
monsters. You're being the bad guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah.
so to me, that's more
Right.
like that. That's like a whole
Hey
play
Patrick.
style. Yeah.
All right, so that's good to know that like yeah, none of it appeared yet. I mean, I have a multiple dark elves in the order of
Yeah.
Ulic.
Yeah,
So
but I don't think you should mix them in a party unless there is special circumstances because there might be balance issues and whatnot.
you really have the thing I don't like about the Duergar, they're immune to all illusions. All
Yeah.
illusions. It's
Mm-hmm.
really tough on. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing why I asked that. So, player character deep gnomes in the Arcana that are not illusionists, that's the caveat, can summon a Zorn. I mean, can summon an elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and they can do that once per day.
Yeah.
But they have to have the gems yeah. So they must have the gems to do it. So, all right, just a point I was trying to make there.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's an
Fascinating.
important point that as a
Yeah.
DM, you should start thinking about how you want to handle this in
Yeah.
your game. So if you have players who want it, or if you want to go under dark, or if you, for some reason, want to introduce them into, you have to start thinking about
You do.
game balance and stuff, and also the campaign aspects too.
My point is this: the Arcana comes out 83 whenever it comes out. Stuff goes off the rails. I know Rob Phantom NJ hates that book and doesn't use anything from it. Very few stuff from it. I like the book, but there's a lot of stuff like that we don't use. I hate the Cavalier in that book. I use the Dragon 72 Cavalier. I hate it. I hate that Cavalier. I don't like the Thief Acrobat is clunky, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot. The weapon specialization goes too far. So we limit it. So it's only straight class fighters now. It used to be rangers and
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff.
In Hawktails, you will hate it because anybody can specialize.
But that's your
Anybody.
own game setting, Anna.
Oh
But
yeah, exactly. That's
yeah.
my game.
But
Yeah.
what
So,
was
but
happening in
you have
our
to build.
game
Yeah.
was no one
Yeah,
was
they
playing
built
fighters.
it. Yeah, and also they
Yeah,
built it on top. Then
yeah.
it's yeah. And it's a good example. If you have a good game, you can ruin it. And I might have done it with Hawktail Alpha. We'll see. Alpha 2. I've
Well, you can
changed
always
a
make a
few things.
change.
Exactly. So that's why it's Alpha, because we
Right.
might have to
No,
revert it. Yeah.
that's it. I've been testing my game for 46 years.
Yeah.
We still make
And I've tested
changes.
it for like 3 years, so
Yeah.
I'm way behind you.
Well, I
Yep.
just added, and Molly Hatchet was the first character to actually get it. And remember, she didn't start from first either. She started like sixth.
Yeah.
She became a weapon master, which
Mhm.
is 3 specialization slots with your weapon. Single, double, mastery. And that
Yeah.
mastery, though, you had to go find someone to train, and it takes your base dice up. So she's now die 10 with her battle axe instead of die 8.
Mhm.
And that's,
Yep.
but like
Yep.
that was just a recent ad. So look at these encounter tables.
Cool.
Well, Drow appears go through the shrine area, which is really interesting.
I
There
mean,
are,
they would have to.
yeah,
You're
because
going
there's no,
from D1 to D3.
right,
Yeah.
unless there's another long way around, right? Yeah. Yeah. So it's something, and thanks all for the input. It's something that we dealt with early on, and don't say anyone said, "Oh, there was some controversy with races and whatever species, whatever." There was. It was a lot of it of people like, well, use what you want to use, don't use what you want to use. So some people don't touch Unearthed Arcana. Carlos doesn't touch it. Len Kafka hated it.
Yeah.
So
In a way, it was the first break when you start getting rules that was significantly different from
yeah,
the base
oh yeah,
game, so to speak, or the base first
yeah.
edition AD&D. So yeah.
Yeah, but they took, in my opinion, they took a great idea of the Cavalier in Dragon 72 and they turned it into a terrible class. And we're fixing that too, by the way, everyone. So we just had a long discussion and argument in a Discord, right, Anna, about it, and that's what that was all about.
The D&D cartoon was a advertisement for
It
Unearthed
was. It had
Arcana.
the acrobat. It had the Cavalier. It had the
Yeah.
Barbarian.
Yeah.
Adam Rich, the kid, right, was the
Yeah.
Barbarian. Had what the heart bow thing or whatever.
And
Yeah.
also, I think Gary worked on the Gord books, and he was kind of a thief acrobat too. So that was probably another influence for or maybe one influenced the other way. So Gord turned out that way because of Unearthed Arcana or whatever. I don't know, but yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't use weapon specialization, Greg. Are you using, which version are you using though? The 72 one or the Unearthed Arcana one? So yeah. I didn't say the whole book was bad. I love the book. I'm just noting stuff all around. I loved all the pole arms. You kidding me? I give out +2 Vulges and Bilgo's arms. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my rule is that you need to be able to spell the weapon, otherwise I can't use it.
Yeah, that's good. That's
You have
good.
to go to polearm school. I remember Dragon Mirth had the one of the comics, little comic strips they had was the polearm school number lesson 6, and there were like different things, and then this
That
is
is funny.
whatever, and yeah, that was so funny. Yeah,
That is funny. So here
Yeah.
is here's another thing here. Right in the middle is this big idol blipdol pulp, right? With these gems all over it. So hey, but you have to, in order like to get a minute here. See my holds core. If the individual cannot breathe water, she immediately, yeah. You're gonna need that's a lot of gems though to survive here, or she'll quest you. So don't mess around with the idol. Guard posts are everywhere.
Mhm.
It's just a Vagul. Right? There's Vagul.
This is a really tough adventure in technical terms, in that sense,
It
that
is.
if you run in the wrong place, then you can really
Right.
get
Yeah. And the
TPK'd here.
assassins are nasty. If you use it, because if they sneak up
Yeah.
on you, it's old school assassination rules. You can outright kill you,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
Was
Clerk
that
assassin.
ever intended to be used against player character
Oh, yeah.
assassin's mechanics? I never thought that was.
Oh,
I thought that was
absolutely.
always
That's
okay.
I mean,
Wow.
especially with these Croatoans.
Yeah, meaning that's to me, that's kind of nasty game design.
Why do you think
if you have
Greenwood
like,
always looks his character swivel in his head like this in my games?
yeah, when you have like a percentage and you just killed outright,
Well, you have
that's
to
it. Yeah.
successfully hit. You have to successfully surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops, hit a wrong
But
button
then
there.
you just, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's not 100%, but
No, but
boots of
no.
speed, bring protection. There's some cool stuff in here. And look at this. There are typos that look ARLING for a ring of protection. Arling. I mean, how the hell does that get through back then? Like, my gosh. All right. So I think there is a yeah, look, they have a lot of captured drow equipment. I'm looking for the funniest thing of all here. I cannot. It's here. It is. Here it is. All right. So slave quarters. Yep. This is not politically correct, everyone. Training rooms, fighting instruction rooms. Here you go. The library. This is the funniest thing of all. This is funny. So um, there's books. Now remember, a lot of this stuff's underwater too. Um, what do you do with all the prisoners? You let them run free because there's not a thing you can do about it. So if you free any of them, you're on your own. Hate to say it. Yes, Michael, it's on you, not me. Well, you're sponsoring Saturday morning's game, so you got told then. Um, uh, yeah, but remember, there's a difference between assassinating someone and being in an assassin class. You know, I mean, I have no problem with it because it's such a weak class compared to if you go with a 13th level assassin or thief, I'll take the thief all day long. Times 5 backstab, yeah, I'll take a thief all day long over an assassin. All right, here it is. So there's a box here. You find this here. Note that this small space cannot be detected, but if you with a true seeing, you can find it. And so you need to know the code name to open it. Somehow, I don't know how you'd ever know this. The word slubpa must be said that word before you open this damn box.
These names are kind of
Yeah,
awesome. I'm
yeah,
So
we
you
hope
have to be drunk to open that
yeah,
box.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. All right. So if you don't say that, you are teleported. And this one says to the elemental plane of fire. With the creature
Ooh.
touching it, yeah, you're instantly dead. Yeah. And then there's a manual of gainful exercise, tome of understanding, and a grimoire. That's for assassins. Yeah, just crazy. All these ropes are scribed in Coatoem. All right, so there you go. Is it an acronym? Daniel, tell us what it is. What's the acronym of it? That's not a teleport. It's a plane shift. It's a big difference. You're plane shifting to a whole another plane of existence. I think that works. That's not a teleport. Yeah. Slow pot. We always thought that was so funny. There's a breeding pool. They're kind of gross. Fishmen. Someone I guess Gary came up with them. I don't know. Does anyone know that background? It could be. It could be, but I don't know if there's anyone alive who will tell me at this time. I got Luke's not going to know. I doubt it. So, yep. Blipdole pulp. If you've ever seen a picture of Blipdole pulp, I really can't even show it on stream. Crab-headed woman with no clothes on.
You know what I'm realizing about old Blib is she has the lobster hands, right?
Mhm.
And it never occurred to me, but Kuatoans use man catchers,
Yep.
and it's
Right.
to revere her
Yeah.
claws. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And another, I didn't know if I said this, but multiple clerics can actually, and they can generate lightning bolts and stuff too, which is kind of cool. Low level, so they got some neat abilities, but they're limited to the Underdark really. Once in a blue moon, you'll get some somewhere in the water, but and
They can
monitor.
come to the surface.
Yeah. Okay, and here we go. Here's the treasure room, which everyone's looking for. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. It's a lot. How are you going to carry all this stuff? You're not. But yeah, here. There's a trap right there. Oh, yeah. Moving this chest from the stone rest triggers a mechanism which causes the whole 10-foot thick stone block to seal off the whole room. Better have a pass wall spell. Yeah. But like once again, this is the days of adventuring. We want to do something cool, set a bunch of creatures. So you're thinking too ecologically here. But you got to remember on that map there are all these other locations. So yep, Quoop Ol, he's the chief whip, fighter assassin 7/7. Yep, there you go. And then there is a drow here you can free, Darinal. Yep. Yeah, sure. So that ends second. So here it is. Gary GREYHAWK's editing my card. Timothy Jones. I don't know him. Harold Johnson, John Pickens, Lawrence Schick layout. I mean, my gosh. And look at the names are crazy. Just legendary. Sutherland, Trampier, Rosloff, D, Otis, LaForce, Willingham. You can't get, that is
No, this is some of the
only one's
best,
missing is Elmore.
Yeah.
And Elmore's
he
really
came
not doing
later.
stuff yet. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Aboleth.
Well,
Aboleth
Elmore and Easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Easily not in here either.
Yeah, those two, but they became
Mm-hmm.
iconic in the 80s, and but this is the first generation of iconic illustrators, all of them in here.
And these are the same characters that they gave you in the G series. There's no changes. They're not leveled up or anything.
Yeah.
Yep, same characters.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so here they give you the stuff on Drow. Germlane, first appearance. They got the pointed heads. They're evil. Genius level cunning. Jinxons, Bane midges. A weird weapon that reminds me, the weird weapon of the Addle. It's weird. I guess you
It's
could
a
propel a
spear
javelin more or spear
Yeah,
more
it's
with
a spear thrower.
Yeah.
That's a classic ancient weapon, being probably
Drow,
invented in the Stone Age.
Drow don't use bows. They use crossbows though, but they don't use bows. There's the Coatel. And that's who's that? That's Sutherland. DCS. That's Sutherland.
Probably, yeah.
So you see, there's stat blocks everywhere in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another cool. Those are Deep Gnomes fighting Coatelans, which is kind of a cool picture.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With their picks. See, look. See the goop on the shield, the net. I don't see a man catcher in this picture though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they also have the barbed. I forgot that. They also have the barbed harpoons.
Yeah.
Which they can throw and stun you, and then pull you in off the string, off the rope. Yeah, I forgot that one too. What's up, Sparky? A lot of cool stuff. Yeah. Yes, they are mostly elves and half elves. Correct. This was cool. If you're doing stuff on geomorphs or whatever, you could just throw random encounters in these areas. So they've given you a lot of this, which was a neat idea back in the day. I thought, and for a river crossing or whatever, sinkholes, that was very smart of them to do. Once again, though, this is before the era of, I can just photocopy this.
But you see, these were blue, not blue. These were black inside the adventure, probably, so you could. And the big map on the inside of the covers were blue. And also, I think it was also because they couldn't afford color more than on the cover. Right. Everything else had to be black and white. So they could make these blue even if they wanted.
So you are here. So we've gotten 2/3 of the way, well past 2/3 of the way. It's a long haul to the Shrine of Coatella.
And this is only if you stay here. If you meaning you could veer off into the other side.
And that happened with us. We kind of got lost.
Yeah, because the DM's map has the rest of the page
Oh, are they,
filled in
Sam?
with
It's
stuff too.
Fonkin is the only. Yeah, well, Fonkin's still in my campaign to this day. Yeah, man. Thank you. We'll take care of it. Get your guy for because Greg's in all 3 of my games at GaryCon, so he got in all of them, which is cool.
Awesome.
All right, there's
Yeah.
the river. That's a river, and you can see primaries, secondary, tertiary, or small stuff. All right, so then
So here's my takeaway on D1 and 2.
please.
I own those.
Yep.
I've never ran them. I am now
Wow.
realizing I don't even think I've ever read them.
Really?
And I've done an entire webcomic on the Underdark using all those
Without
races
reading them.
without ever reading that.
And previous comics too that ties into it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've done all my work off of like Wikipedia.
That's called
and
talent,
stuff.
Mike. You
But-
can fool the whole community and you just
Yeah.
know what's going on. You can get it
Yeah.
from the thin air.
I feel like if I had ran these before or read them, it would have changed things. Maybe I don't know, but it has definitely has more for such a small page count. It seems pretty chock full to me.
Yeah, but that's part of old school. They managed to squeeze so much info into so few pages. Yeah.
By the way, did I miss a raid in from Darling? I don't even know.
I
we
haven't
miss it?
seen any.
I didn't
haven't
see
seen
any
any.
announcement. I just weird things are weird. Let me just check my recent events and see if this thing's goofing off again. No, okay, it's all good. Out here, all right, we got the giveaway running, recent events, exclamation point drawing to get in on that. Classic D&D reprints tonight. Okay, yeah, that's it. We're gonna have fun.
Thank you, Captain Bone. Yeah, we try.
Oh,
we try
just
to
internet.
dig into
Damn.
the
Okay,
weeds.
great. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you very much. That's was there weather down there or something?
Uh-oh.
That's
Yeah.
weird. All right. So notice that's the idol of Lipdol Poop in the background. In that fight there. It's a Rosloff there cover. All right. Now, Wall of Fame for me, no doubt about it. This is really not an adventure. It's a setting. Okay. DMs.
That's the old cover. That's they came out with a blue cover that was later
yes,
print.
but this is the cool cover, man.
Yeah, that's the
with
original.
That Nike Demon
cover.
right there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, whose art is that?
D Sutherland, DCS third. It's gotta be Sutherland.
The blue one has Errol Otis cover,
right.
and that one is cool too.
Yeah. So I go with this one just because it's my favorite. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any difference inside them. I don't know. Okay.
Difference.
Okay, this is only the cover.
Maybe the outside cover art and the inside cover art may be slightly different.
Yeah.
So the only thing is in these, splitting this up. So this is all fungi forest on this side, and then we'll show the other side further down. You're going to get some new stuff here. Now, you're 2/3 of the way there. Right? Oh, where do you see the picture of the naked demon at the end is hysterical. Here, we're going right to that. That you know what that reminds me of? Yeah, it's just like the kid in the wizard hat. You guys remember Freddy Krueger, one of the Friday, not Friday 13th, the Freddy Krueger movies. The one where the kid goes, "I'm the wizard master," and he charges Freddy Krueger. He starts casting spells, and then Freddy Krueger goes, "I don't believe in fairy tales, kid." Right? So that's what that's kind of what that reminds me of. So yeah, that is just such a great picture. Who did that one? That's Sutherland as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's funny.
That must be an early one because he hasn't really found his style yet.
It's just like just mauling people. They are so nasty. So this is the first appearance of Daemons anywhere, right? Before
It
they
might
come out in
be.
Monster
Yep.
Manual 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, there's mesodamons and nycodamons in this. I think the mesodamon and nycodamons appear in Feed and Folio, and then the rest of the daemons appear in Monster Manual 2, if I recall correctly. All right, let's go back here.
And Monster Manual 2 were the first that really tried to get the demography of the lower planes
Right.
and geography kind of
Damon,
mapped out.
It's not, Rob,
yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Oh my gosh.
Matt Damon. Yeah.
That was so funny. It's supposed to be horror, but I would laugh my ass off when I saw that. It was so funny. All right. You got to figure out what you're trying to get in now to the place of all places, the place the Dark Elves live.
It's a lot of source book. That's why I like this one, because it has setting information.
This is get a copy of this, even if you got to get it off. I'm telling you. Oh gosh, I'm not telling anyone what to do. The DMs. This is how I model my Dark Elves.
I'll see if it's available on drive-thru.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see here. Okay.
Weapon, buckler. No, we're not all Drizzits running around with Spinkle and Twinkle and whatever, with 2 scimitars. That's bullshit. All right. Usually a longsword, buckler, spear, buckler. This is the origination of the original Death Lance, which a couple of them exist in my campaign. Everyone knows Maram. Korg's characters run around with that damn Death Lance, that Dark Elf weapon. It drains levels on people. It's a Dark Elf weapon in here. The Wand of Viscid Globs is in here. It's all, the tentacle rods. All that stuff is in here. So, really cool things. It's a print only as a PDF. Okay, well, it's still available in PDF there. What about D3, Patrick? Okay. Here come a lot more encounter charts.
So you just got to doing the Giant series, right? And you find out there's Drow. What's the point of these? Are you supposed to kill everything, all the Drow? Or,
that the Drow were behind pushing the Giants on the fight. Now you got to figure. Now you're going down here to figure out why, right? And it's really not. I'm going to say this bluntly. It's not really relayed very well in here. But you find out, you should, that there's an internal war going on between the Dark Elf families. There's the Elder Elemental God and the Loth worshippers, and they're warring. That's kind of the background on this. But it kind of gets blurred in here a little bit if you're not.
So it's the Elder Elemental faction that you need to take out.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the link to D3 on Drive-Thru RPG. It's
loot,
for PDF.
You're absolutely right, loot.
Yeah, it's $4.19 on a PDF, so it's a good price. Yeah.
You get your fighting styles here. You see how they set up clerics, set up magic users, multi-classings in here, all that stuff, all the special weapons on their lizards. The slow lizard mounts. So you get to see how you can set up, because remember, Dark Elves on Arcana can be Cavaliers. So Dark Elven Cavalier classes and that. You got a whole bunch of stuff here. Much more realistic than Menso Berenson for GREYHAWK. Okay, that's just my opinion. Have at it however you want to do it. Okay. Once again, you got your females and male fighters don't mix either. They don't like each other. It's a female-dominated society. Kind of goes against everything that, like everyone said, Gary was so was not that way. But
but these are sexy ones. So yeah.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that.
At least from the no. But what I'm saying is that on the illustrations and stuff. So yeah.
Drow.
Yeah.
No, Grafbard, Tharsden, and the Elder Elemental God are not the same deity. Not even close. They don't have nothing to do with each other. I guess not.
Yep.
It's been debunked completely, 100%. It came out of Gary's mouth in like 2004. They're not forgot Temple of Tharsden's a completely separate entity. Guess Rob Kuntz too created Tharsden. Have nothing to do with each other. Okay, they have both have the Cthulhu feel to them, but they're not the same.
Yeah, Cthulhu inspired a lot of stuff. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Now here's a cool thing. These are the 16 brooches which you can start collecting these. The merchant clans. So in addition to the families down here, every clan has their own symbol. So there's 16 merchant houses out here and merchant warehouses for looting if you want.
It's interesting because this is something that carried over to the Forgotten Realms Drow as well, the house idea
It
and stuff
does. And
like
if you
that.
go through
Yeah.
the Drow the Underdark book by Ed, he includes
Hmm.
all the symbols for all the houses
Yep.
in
Yep.
Arelhai Sinlu. By the way,
Yep.
all right, the name of the Drow city here is Arelhai Sinlu. Does anyone besides us three know Arelhai Sinlu, where that comes from? That's the name of the city.
We mentioned it
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, but I forgot now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I like the encounter area. They have Q249
Right.
or like it's a lot of
Yes, Sam.
yeah.
It's all the kids. Yeah. Yeah,
Ah,
part of their names. So there, yes, to get through is an entire gate setting.
that's a great
Yeah.
GREYHAWK
Yeah.
anagram
Now,
built in there.
this one setting is not on the map. So if you go, there's one that's secret. So where is it here? Where's the damn map? It's in the middle. It's probably in the end. So this one here is not on your map. That one's not on your map. Only these two. So you're like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go straight through here and bypass this and go there, and you're like, and that is a nasty, nasty encounter. And that is a succubus and a vampire mated group. I think it's an elven vampire too, if I recall. There's a succubus, right? And yeah, Silissa's lover, Master of Bats and Rats, is a drow vampire, Belgos. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So that is secret. Nasty. Drow vampire. Kind of cool. Like it. House System came from the D series. Did the matron mother come from the D series? What's a matron mother? That's Forgotten Realms. It's Forgotten Realms, right? The head of the house, right, and all that, and all those Ari Salvatore stories. That's all Forgotten Realms. Now they do have leaders of each house, but they're not all named. That's this thing about killing every single house member in one night, or the rest of the whole community is going to obliterate your house. That's all Forgotten Realms bullshit, right? I'm sorry, Ed. That doesn't exist anywhere in here. There's ongoing. It's like a shadow war between.
But the interesting thing is,
Yeah.
it something that if you read this, could that be true, or is it something that will be contradicted by this?
No, that's way too lawful of a society. So that's rules, right? You have to eliminate.
No, that sounds more like traditions in that sense, or like it can happen on a whim, so to speak. It's like, yeah, so
Yeah. Imagine I have to kill every single member of a house, but if one
yeah,
person survives, then the rest of the whole community is going to destroy my house instead. That
yeah,
makes
it's kind of
it's
it's
kind of hokey.
extreme. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
extreme.
extreme.
But
Extreme's the right
oh
word.
yeah, but on the other hand,
And
it's fantasy.
it's
If you
fantasy from Ari Salvatore's brain. That's where
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
but if you
Yeah.
dial up real world a few notches, you get something like that. So I'm look at medieval politics in Europe with the royal. They have to find all the
I
siblings
don't
of kings and
recall
stuff.
if the La Cosa Nostra destroyed one house in New York City, kills all but one guy, the other houses come after him.
Oh, but look at medieval history with the kings that they had to find every sibling of whatever. So you don't have to go too far from history to get something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just think I'm sorry. I think it's hokey. I just think it's hokey. I just it was everything was taken to the extreme in the Menzo
Yeah.
Battles.
Yeah.
Like they have a house of all these psionicists, right?
Yeah,
This,
that to me
yeah,
is kind of
yeah,
that's kind of
yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's just too much. But I understand where he's coming from. He wanted to be
Mm-hmm.
sensationalized and all, and it
Yeah.
gets a lot of
Yeah.
readers. But it's just, all right. So you get through these encounters, right? And here's the vault. Now, the vault is one of the coolest places around.
I
The very
have read D3.
Yeah, the very first encounter will
Yeah.
wipe you.
Uh-oh.
All right. Yep. And here's all the random encounters you can have. This is all within the vault. So you need to smart people will do the right thing, and they'll go to the entrance. And there's a great picture It's too bad it's split in half. This is so cool. So you can see they did a great job with the magical emanations coming down, right? You know, like noting that it's like, wow, this is weird. There's fairy fire everywhere, and there's like everything glittering on the ceilings. Looks like the night sky almost. And then there's that black tower in the distance. Right now, if you're not a native, if you're not dark, you have to check in at the tower, and then you'll get these green, lime green, bright green cloaks you got to wear.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go here it is, the black tower. Let's see if we can find where it says what's going to happen. So kind of the ill servs kind of run this right now. Let me see. It's 4 stories. All right, here it is. All right, so secret passage, north wall of the audience chamber, and it says here it gives stair to the lower level. The encounter is obviously hopeless, so if someone's attacked them, bailiff, high bailiff, any guards nearby, obscure vision, fleet alert, garrison areas 4, 5, and 7. All right, and they're alert. The watch at Errol High Sinlu. Drow scouts will screen the area of the tower within 2 hours, and a force size equal to 2 male patrols, 4 female patrols, 40 bugbears, 120 troglodytes will move to surround the whole plateau within 8 hours. Thereafter, invaders are still within the tower. Drow magic users, female clerics, and hundreds of lesser dark elves will converge with still more bugbears and troglodytes, with several various minor demons or mesodemons to assault the place and put to slow death any within. And then in parentheses, the adventure is all over for the party if they are still here. All escape will be blocked.
I think that was read by a certain author afterwards. He got ideas from here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just tell them a heroic struggle results in the death of many Drow and their allies, but all eventually fall. Fini in dark bold. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Drop said we're also inspired by eyes. Okay. Wear the green cloaks. So take the green cloaks and wear them around, or until you get out of their sight. Do not. The last thing you want to do is start a confrontation here and think you're going to take the vault over, because you're not. That's not why you're here. Yes. So, Mandy, thank you. By the way, Mandy will be playing the first time. We'll go over that. She'll be playing for the first time in the campaign on Saturday morning.
Speaking of taking over the vault and all the stuff that you were just describing,
Yep.
I was reading in here that the population of the vault is like 8,000 to 9,000 dark elves, double that in servants and slaves, and an additional 1,000 visiting of other races.
Yeah.
So that comes to like 25 to 26,000.
Yeah, that's a decent sized city.
Yeah, you're not going to kill everyone. So, yes. So I had one finish here, but when the 2-hour limit came, they said we better get out of here, and they fought their way out, and that was the end of it. They didn't get past that spot. That was it, and they had to work their way all the way back. Right? Actually, no. I remember what happened. Someone had a wish. They used the wish spell very carefully to get the hell out of here. So that was, yeah. And those were high level characters, and they just, they decided this has got to be 83, 80, around that time. It was a long time ago. All right, so here we go. Row of 16 stone warehouses. Here are all the merchant clans. There's some stuff here and there, but it's a good inn. It's also a good place to hole up and hide out. Yep.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to provide like a home base for the parties to go back and forth. That is good adventure design to have like you can go back.
You want to take something out, you take one of these out, and you set up with guards and stuff, and hopefully they don't they're out on a caravan somewhere. You make it good for them. All right, so what's this one? What's for? That's battlements. That's an entrance to the vault. Here's the so look, they have a female fighter society and a male fighter society. I thought this was always cool. So they have these elite guards that get trained in these fighter societies. As you can see, there's a lot of detail in here, and I think the General Telena has ring regeneration +5 short sword. Oh, yeah. And look at this. 6 death lances are here. Yes. Nasty, nasty item. One of my favorites of all time. And they're only +1 weapons. That's why, Maram always loves using his death lance. Am I dropping frames? Nope. No drop frames.
No, you're good.
Fourth and
You've
0.
been good so far.
Yeah. Yes. So you're going to get. So far, we have not come across a single dark elf that is not evil alignment anywhere. Not one. Okay.
The Lolth cult is strong. So
There
to
is
speak.
one at the very end of this. Once. Movie, right? My mother did that to me once. Joe Piscopo's probably last good movie, right? Johnny Dangerously. All right, Merchant Villas. Now, these are all over the place. There's 16 of these. That's the ones in the fungi forest. Now, do you really want to go out there and kill? Look at this. There are slaves, females, males, immature drow, children. Looks like there's about 100 drow in each of these. A clan lord leader. It's just like, really. I mean, yeah. What do you do there? You may want to steal from them or do a raid or something. And then it tells you here. This is really cool because it tells you which merchant clans ally with which house. Right. Here's the male fighter society. Nowhere near as powerful as the female fighter society, but still, nonetheless, it's kind of cool. And then here's the city itself, Aurel Sinlu. Cool little picture. I wish the picture was bigger. This is a good read. Now, if we have time, we're going to go over this, which is not canon, but this is Joe Block does Up the City a little more detailed. This is a free download you can get off Joe's site. This is the City of Spiders itself. So if we get a chance, we'll show that a little bit. Yeah. Never encountered Drow's pure evil, very violent, nasty, It just depends on what you want out of your dark elves, man. I mean, I love the dark elves for being bad, but I also love that there's two. They're not all allied together, which keeps them from being super powerful because one evil force is fighting the other evil force. And I'll play that up sometimes in adventures. You'll see Loth dark elves fighting Elder Elemental God dark elves. Yeah. That's why, and we won't get into this. So I was so pissed off when Eyes Evil came out, and the Clavger is also all of a sudden a Loth worshiper. I'm like, what the hell's this? Because my entire thing was set up for that fight. So there is a noble gate in the back of the city. Here it is. Here's what you're talking about, Mike. 8,000, 9,000 drow live in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, let's read this. Yeah, it says the city's inhabitants are degenerate and effete. Did I say that right? Those of any promise and ability are brought out of the place to serve the fighting societies, merchant clans, or noble houses. The rest are left to wallow in the sinkhole of absolute depravity, which is Aurel Sinlu. The most popular places in the city are the gambling dens, bordellos, taverns, drug saloons, and even less savory shops along the two main streets. The back streets and alleyways are two most of brothels, poison shops, bars, and torture parlors. Unspeakable things transpire where the evil and jaded creatures seek pleasure, plain excitement, or arcane knowledge, and sometimes these seekers find they are victims. All visitors are warned that they enter the back streets of the city at their peril. Well, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Yep. And effete. Okay, effete. Effete snob. There you go. All right.
Sin City.
Yeah, the ultimate Sin City. Random encounters in Urhai Sinlu. I mean, just coming across a Nycodemon wandering about would scare the crap out of me, right? Type 60, that's a Balrog. Type 5's the Marilith, and the Type 6 is a Balrog just wandering around the city. Oh my God. I didn't even realize that. There's
Yeah, it's
elephants just
tough.
wandering around.
Yep.
They're diseased
They,
beggar.
they have a reason to be there, though.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Oh my God.
90% certain to infect the victim with leprosy.
Yes.
Yeah, even the beggars are dangerous. Yeah, as heck.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. Can you imagine a
Just like
wandering
Baltimore.
Balrog? Oh my God. Yeah. Human magic user party. I mean, these are high levels. So, but then notice they're either neutral or they're evil here, because if you're good, you're not down here. Drow noble parties, rakes. So the rakes are kind of. So this is where I got an idea. This is the first time I ever saw. There's half Drow, half human, half dark elf, right? And then there are these Drow elves, right, which are half surface elf, half dark elf. First time I ever came across that idea. I was like, ooh,
Oh,
that gave me an idea
Yeah.
for my campaign, a huge idea.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to have half drows too. That's great.
All right.
Have you gotten to that worst illustration of Lolth ever on page 19, or which have
Not
you
yet.
passed?
We're almost
Okay,
there.
good. Yep.
Because here are the estates. Now, going out there and taking out an estate. All right, so it gives you all the leadership and all. Here's Despana. Where is Elseers? Here's Elseers. This is Calavra, right? 10th
Yep.
cleric, 4th fighter, multi-class. Limey, her consort. He's been cloned if he's dead anyway. It says it right in there. She has a greater tentacle rod. But in addition to all these individuals, look at these armor classes: -5, -8 for her. You have the entire contingency here, which is what, another 100 of them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not easy to take out an entire state.
No,
Yeah.
not when they have
Right.
14th level, whatever.
Now,
so again, now what is the point when you get to this? Is it diplomacy?
it's not here. You actually, so with the map, you're gonna go. And here's the thing, right? Oh, let me see. Where's the rest of the maps? There's the Great Fane of Loth. That's the inside of the. That's the inside of the temple, right? That's the point. That's the place you're going to try and get to. But where is the map for it? Here's the other half. All right, here. So you have to get through the estates to get to the Fane, right? Here's the city, Arlhigh Senlu. There's the Noble Gate. You got to figure out a way to get across the Noble Gate into this, and maybe do some fighting to get through to here. And here's the Fane, right? And then here's the underground rivers you can take to get away if you don't, before Q1 existed, right? Down here, which had a really cool ship, right? But that's kind of, you're right, Mike. There's really no, like, what am I doing here, right? True. That's a good point. Smart adventurers will fight as little as possible because you're going to get worn down.
The ones that survive will
yeah,
will fight as little as possible. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that again.
That's the was
right.
the Lolth. Yeah.
Right.
We come to that.
Right here. So here's a special note in the Elseers lands. Those DMs who have module G3 should note that 2 hexes directly northwest of the Elseers estate, there exists a secret entrance to a cavern. It houses the Temple of the Eye of the Elder Elemental God. It's the exact same temple that's in the G3 book. All right, but it's not on the map, so you need to have that to know about it. It seems appropriate to the worshippers around servers, but otherwise it's the same in all aspects. Thanks, Beacon. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Good to see you, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Yeah. Thank you very much, man. Good to see you. Hope things are going well. Awesome. Smart adventurers. I kind of apparently never do. Yeah. Thanks, Mandy. Awesome. Hype that up. Yeah. So you got to remember, these are, for 1978, this is not, everything you need. You just need to know where to find the stuff in here is for your basis of Dark Elf. I don't know. Is that Loth?
I think so. It's a head on a. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's Loth.
Okay.
The ugliest, but now when I like it would be fun to turn that into some obscure holy symbol or something.
That's
So
is that Trampier? This symbols here?
I think so.
D-A-T?
I think so. Yeah. So it's probably his worst ever, but it's kind of But it has a certain appeal in its ugliness. Yeah, which I kind of.
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it would maybe been a Drider as well too, but
that
there's no
might have been,
Driders here.
That's
There are no. I don't think there's any Driders here.
No, I don't. Not. We haven't seen any statted out
No,
yet.
there's not.
Maybe it was not even invented yet. So yeah.
The Driders are in Q1. So.
Oh, okay. So they were invented. Yeah.
Well, Q1 doesn't come out till like 81.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they're not invented.
So, they're not invented yet. All right. So here's the Great Fane. So there is a portal here, but let me see where it says it in this Great Temple area. Here it is. All right. So when you get into this temple, 2 silver braziers of incense smoke gently on your side. What appears to be a strange wall mural. The smoke goes drifting in the mural and into, if drawn by a draft. So it says here, if any individual is bold enough to walk through the projection of Loth and then touch, I guess that is it, and touch the mural, he and she will be instantly drawn into the tunnel vortex and brought to the plane of the abyss where Loth actually dwells.
Yep.
That's how you get to Q1.
Yep.
But if you plan to continue this will be handled in module Q1, the Queen of the Demon Pits. Otherwise, such individual can be considered as slain. Well, that's nice of you. They're just dead. Yeah. Yep. So now I know there's a good guy somewhere in here, but here you go. The High Priestess of Loth, Queen. Her name is Sharonida is, and she has a demon staff, which is really nasty too. And she's 14th level. So that's the highest character I think in the whole thing. She's higher than the Collector. But I am looking here. Did I miss the prison? Because there's just numbers. They don't say what each room is. So there is a merchant that is being held here for being blasphemous, and he is neutral, tending toward good deeds. It says that's the only one that's not evil in the entire camp and the entire writings. Yeah, but he's in here somewhere. I will look a little bit more. And then from this, see down. There's a fighter. Yeah. Here comes the wharf, and there is that's cool. The boat on here, you can go under the Underdark River. If you want to escape using that and have that river take you out somewhere and it connects to a waterway, you can do that. So, yep, if you so choose.
And you're out.
Yep. But that's it. Either you go to Q1 or you can get out that way, or if you're smart, maybe you don't make it that far. It's not an easy adventure, but like I said, it's a setting. It's a setting. And you can have some fun.
Anyone have Dragon 298?
Oh, that is a good one. Yes. I remember I bought that one at the Orc in London.
What was that?
It's from the GREYHAWK era. I remember I was in London and I bought that at the
Which number is that,
Orc.
Mike?
298.
Yeah.
I don't even think I have that one.
And the when I read it, it was like, it's so cool. It's that era when Paizo really got deep into GREYHAWK and stuff. So yeah.
Thanks, Patrick.
There's a GREYHAWK section on here that updates the Vault of the Drow.
Yeah. It's actually the same era when this book came out.
Right.
Yeah, which I think is an often overlooked Drow source. It's 3.3rd edition, 3.5.
This
So
article is by Fred Wining, who
yep,
is one of
Yep.
the Living
yep,
Gazetteer authors.
For a second.
yeah, because they were, yeah,
Okay.
It also has some color maps of the cities and stuff.
That's good.
I highly recommend this magazine.
yep.
Is it an update or does it add anything
I
different?
think it's a little updated because it House
Killsec.
Kilsec is banished from the city.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason I
Killsec's
know that
second
reason I know that
was
is because I was reading one of the other articles in there.
right.
Whoops, which is you'll get a kick out of this. This is it's called Exiles something of the Vault. Um it's about House Kilsec for the chainmail campaign.
Aha.
The Sundered Empire and all that. Apparently, Kilsec gets banished from the Vault of the Drow, and they go out to the other side of the world and start fresh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, the
Well,
other thing I thought was fun about this, because this is third edition era, they have their demographics, Anna.
here we go. I got it.
A real high Sinlu, 40% Drow population,
Yeah, the
right?
rest is
They have the
slaves and stuff.
breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Got
only
it.
40%.
But that kind of makes sense in a slave-based society.
Oh,
A lot of
yeah,
the working
that's true.
class are
That's true.
kind of slaves and all that stuff. So yeah.
But there's 4% mind flayers, which
What page on, Mike?
Ooh, that is a high one. Yeah.
I'm not this is my notes,
Oh,
but
it's okay.
Yeah.
let's see.
The punishments of Loth.
Yeah, that's it's
It'd
a
be
great
like page 73, 74.
Okay.
yeah, it's a great issue. Yeah.
There's over 1,000 mind flayers in the city by third edition
Wow.
demographics.
All right, there you go. And Vault of the Drow redone. All right, there you go. Cool.
Yeah.
That looks like Joe. All right, so this is the map that Joe changed. Joe made a lot of changes to this, so as well, and
Now, this thing came out in 2002, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's got that third edition artwork look to it. So they do have some stuff written up, some extra locations here, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kilsec is, like I said, was banished and they're replaced by a new house called House Vi.
Yeah, here it is.
V-A-V, yeah.
Mrs.
V-A-E.
Soreska. Huh. Cool.
I don't think the mind flayers are slaves in this case. I
No,
think they are
mind flayers are not straight slaves at all.
they're just citizens.
No. Nope.
It says there's 27,000 citizens.
There's like a
here.
detente between dark elves and mind flayers. Mind flayers will screw them over any chance they get, but not in Rawhide Sidlu, right?
So here's another fun fact. So Jay was talking about all the demons wandering around Balrogs and stuff. It says here, not only are there 1,000 mind flayers, there's 1,000 Yugoloths. There is it says 3% just demon.
Right.
And shoot, what was the other one? Yeah, I think that was it. So 7% of the city's population are demons or daemons.
Okay.
Crazy.
Nightshade.
And this article also introduces a few Forgotten Realm Dark Elf deities.
Right, Zinzera and stuff like that, right? The hero deities.
Kiptolo.
Yeah, here they are.
Kiransali.
They are also in
Demi-Human
Deity, the blue book, right?
Yeah.
What's it called? Yeah. Monster mythology. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, there you are. Oh. Drow demigoddess, Drow hero goddess. Yep. They're here.
Yeah.
Cool catch, Mike. I did not know about Vi or Vey.
Yeah. So it implies that some time has passed from playing the previous module.
Yeah, they made him 6th. Tormtor first. Huh. You'll serve 7th. Oh my God! The legendary Mistress of Calavra, Clark 23rd, returned to direct worship at House of Reserve just 3 months ago, over several years in the Flanish. Burns. Okay. So, good catch there, Mike. Let's see what Joe did with this, and then we're gonna go off. And if you want to adventure on that entire map, I have the place for you. All right, so we'll do that. Joe Block, City of Spiders. Let's see what's different here. And this is from not that long ago, if I recall.
No, I think he
I
talked
think it's
about
like
it a few years ago.
2020. This is not. This is
Yeah,
only
yeah.
6 years
I
ago.
remember
He
he had a video when he
Yeah.
talked about it and introduced
We
it,
had
and it
him
wasn't
on
that long.
too, I think,
Yeah.
on a Gavin for it.
Yep.
So this is going to go over specific areas in the city itself. Like here, Pembroke Defense, Ulak, Kutian the Sage, the Priestess of Grazit. So he's added some more locations for you if you're going to adventure into the city. This is a free download right on his Grognard site. You'll be able to find it. So he's got events.
Yeah, with all the
day.
demons running around, Grazit would be perfect for this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. So he has a lot of locations done up. Is that a Cloudra's quarters? Where is that?
Yep.
That must be the Fane redone. I think it is. It looks like he redid the Fane too. And they made up this crazy thing. That creature. The priest servant of the eye.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really gross looking. Really gross.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of follow-up stuff for Drow and especially all the Forgotten Realms stuff. It's crazy, but this one is one of the 3rd edition Drow the Underdark that is not Forgotten Realms. This covers a lot of the settings and it is general, yes. So and it has a lot of cool stuff you want to dig in. So and I think it's also available and see if I can find it on Drive-Thru RPG.
Yeah. All right. So. All right. Let's see. All right. So let me go to our favorite existing, the oldest GREYHAWK website in existence.
Yep. It is available on Drive-Thru RPG. So, yep. For $5 as a PDF. It's if you're into the Vault of sorry, the Drow the Underdark 3.5 book.
Oh, good. And remember, there's a Drow the Underdark 2 level for 2nd edition too, and that was written by Ed, and that one is that one has a lot of great stuff in it too. So you got that for 2nd edition and 3rd. All right. So here's Malden's GREYHAWK. All right, Malden's site. Can I read this? I can't read that. It's not coming up clear. Why is that?
I got a reprint of it.
Yeah, that's okay, Mike. It's a great book. I have 2 of them, and that my one book is falling apart. I can't read it, unfortunately. So I can't go to it. Let me see if I go directly. There it goes. Now it's clear. Where is GREYHAWK's Underdark? All right, so well, I send look. All right. They're all done, or most of them. There are locations that they had a group that they were doing this for years. Now they're not all done, but a lot of locations are written up beyond. So if you want to explore this map, you can go here and you can download like what each place here. The ancient city of Kor, O2P2 2325. So we're going to go to O2P2 right over here, 23 to 20. Here it is. So this. So this is the city of Core right here. O2P2 2325. So come here, click here, ancient city of Core. It highlights in red, and then here is the core. Here it is.
Malden.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's thorough. This is
Oh
awesome. Yep.
man,
mhm.
his linked maps.
Yeah. Now
Yep.
I know he used this for an event for a campaign he was doing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, it's still in many ways, the best
Yep.
GREYHAWK website ever.
Oh yeah.
And it's been around since the
Yep.
90s. It looks like it wasn't from the 90s. So all you young people, this is what the web looked like 25, 30
Right.
years ago.
But
Yep.
like, imagine that you can have like, and there's a lot of them here. So if we go, look at them all. No, some of them aren't done, but you can see the ones you can click on. Here,
Yep.
trading post of the dead, dying, damned, and doomed dwarves. Let's take a look at this. And here it is, B9. That's near the entrance. There you go. Oh, look, it's in blue. Look at that. That's
It's
a nice map.
blue. Yes,
Look at that.
yes.
Nice
It's
map.
very classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And look, encounter. It looks like it belongs in the adventure, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, my gosh. So you can have
Wow.
a lot
Yep.
of fun. And look, he wants you to use this, everyone. So,
Yep.
yep. Wrestling zombies. There's a lot of undead in here. So there you go. The dwarven golem.
And
Yeah.
it's available as the Encyclopedia Subterranica. And here is the.
Yep.
Yeah, you can just download. There's one.
Yeah.
There's the link to that one. And hang on a second. Here
So
is the link to the Underdark.
just go to his site, and like he said, he puts
Yeah,
it on
there's
here.
the link to the
for-
Underdark. Yep.
He
mhm.
puts it on here for you to utilize, and trust me, he would be very happy. And you can see who did them. Right here's a listing of like this one. That's D1 scary, but like, you know, Elder Sphinx, and I know he did some of them. Here's Malden. He did Core. I knew he did that one. But there's all these other here. Grow Dog. This is Alan Growy. Beware the Lord of Eyes. That's 233, and it's up here. Small location. Look at it. And that's Alan Growy did that map. Beholder.
Yeah.
Look at that. 3 whole pages of fun stuff for you. Right on that encounter map. There he is. There's down there he is. Of course, man.
Hello.
We're just finishing up, and so we're
That
talking about.
encyclopedia is 152 pages. Dang, Malden.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time on his hands, I guess. I don't know. But so there you go. Yep, dude. We're just talking about post. Showed Alan Growy's stuff. Mike showed Dragon 298, and then I was like, I got to go here. So you had a story about your trading post. Not your trading post, about Core, right? Core was like where you started a group, if I recall, Malden, and they tried to escape. Were they escape slaves? Yeah, it was something like that. You told us that story. A lot of people contributed that. Yeah, it's really cool, and it's great that you have it on your site. So we just wanted to share it with the community, and so that they know. Yeah, McLeod, I know he appreciates that. So, you know, I have Dennis on every like 3-4 months. He comes on and we talk about stuff.
He needs to come on more often.
Well,
Yep.
it's tough. It's tough for him.
Yep, as often as he can.
With
Yep.
his being a professor stuff. So there you go. That's Malden's Underdark, and there's a lot of other great stuff here. You're like, oh my gosh. I mean, Iron Gate's here. A lot of other. You want to talk about the hobbloggers are here. All that other fun stuff. A lot of cool things. So yeah, Dennis, you did a great job on that. Kudos onto that. I'll leave that up for now, and then we come back here to Joe's. So you have D1, D2, D3, all right, and we think Q1 doesn't. Yeah, this is the error. I just want to go over the Underdark itself
Well,
and what's
we
available.
should talk about Q1 as well.
We'll do some other miscellaneous stuff.
And we should mention that they put together the Vault, the Queen of the Spiders adventure path when they put the whole GDQ series in one big book, because that's how I play them.
Core was the home of his Underdark campaign. You wanted to say that it wasn't totally Drow dominated. Yep. So cool. Thanks, Holy Flame. Oh, and also, well, remember, if you want a non-totally dominated Underdark campaign, here you go. Right?
Yeah, that's another
This thing's huge.
good one. Yep.
Now, also, Dennis has all the levels of the Underdark all mapped out, all interconnected, how high, how low, where they are in the yeomanry, where they are in the mountains. So you can see all that. So, is it the greatest module ever written there, Dan? It's not. It was never meant. It's never meant to be one module. It's an adventure path, right? So I know where they say in the greatest modules ever written thing. We did them all individually when we did the ratings because yeah.
Get off MacLeod. That's awesome. I'm still struggling with how I'm going to depict the Underdark maps, but I'm starting to get there.
You don't have to map it out. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. You don't have to map that out. Let me see.
But I'm working on how I want to do that. So I'm starting to get there. So
all right, here you go. This is Dennis. Look. Dennis has a lot of time on his hands. So this is yes, this shows you all the different levels of the Underdark.
Yeah. Now we're just waiting for Dennis to retire so he can start doing cool stuff again.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
So you got the Drow areas over here, and here you got this is Night Below. A lot of Night Below stuff in under the yeomanry, and pre-Night Below things, adventures that are out there. As you can see, it's all he's got the whole thing mapped out. So for you, yeah, you don't, right? You don't need you don't need to do it. The work's done for you. So yeah, yep. Very cool. Just download it right there. Boom. All right. And so Night Below, I've never run Night Below. I don't doubt if I'll ever run it. It'll take about a year to do it, right? And this shows the
under the hood. Yep.
Yeah. So, but that's another one in itself. I think there's only 3 Dark Elves this entire box set.
Yeah. Well, they made it in there, but it was barely.
Yeah, it's more about the Aboleth, right? Yeah.
And it was also not set in GREYHAWK originally, but then but then it became a GREYHAWK module, so to speak.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's cool. An early easily, I think.
I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know either, but I got a sense that it looks a bit like an easily. Yeah.
Interior art, additional art. It doesn't say.
Oh, it doesn't say. Damn.
No, it says interior art. Cover art, Jeff Easley. There you go. It's Easley.
Yep.
Good call.
Yep. I'm starting to recognize his style.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. Tie it around D2. Yeah, absolutely. So I think I closed out D3. Oh, there's D3. So what questions do you have?
Yeah.
So
this is classic ground. Yep.
Note that I have somewhere in the Lord Mills tied into the Low Road, there is one connection to the Underdark, whether it's by teleporter, a passageway by teleporter, it goes, whatever. Portal, but like there's not an entire Drow city under the Lord Mills, okay? But there's a connection. And that's why occasionally you'll get Dark Elves down there, you'll get Croatoans, because there's freaking Murlocs running all around in the hills south of the Lord Mills and all those freshwater lakes. They love those freshwater lakes. So that's what I have. But like I said, you can tailor your campaign however you want with this. There's plenty of information here. So, yeah. And we have 100 people on tonight. Thank you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't hear the Murloc sound. Well, I know. I do that I torture on purpose. You won't hear any Murlocs at GaryCon this year. Okay. So no Murlocs. Don't worry about it. You will not see the Murlocs.
Oh, they had a special sound in Warhammer or in World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Yeah. they're awesome. Someone has 10 hours of Murloc voice over and over. It's a YouTube thing. That's all it is for 10 straight
Now
hours.
I need to go to YouTube and search for that because I haven't played World of Warcraft enough.
Anna, it's the same voice for 10 hours straight.
Well, yeah, but I would just want to hear it once, so I have an idea of what
the torture that it'll put on your brain for 10 hours is something that I don't know if it would be. Yeah, but it's crazy. I don't even see my YouTube on my phone. But yeah, it's a disturbing noise. Don't worry, it's not the last you've ever heard of it in my games. I have too many miniatures. Yep. Yeah. So, anyone else with any questions? Yep. Yeah. Hey, that's it. You subscribe. You don't have to worry about commercials.
Yep.
Yeah, torture.
There was no problem finding it. So yeah.
Stream.
Yeah. Mountain everybody's actually running out of the abyss. It's fun. We all died. Yeah. Jay, do a 10-hour stream of just playing it in the back. No, Savage, no. That's just like I probably get, not that they'd ban me or anything like that, but that's just to torture someone. Yeah. Too many miniatures is like too many dice. That's true. That's true. I'm always, always getting new miniatures. Always need them. And then mine made a whole musical to Murloc sounds and Murloc dancing. Wow.
Yeah, I listened to the 1-minute version of Murloc sound right now. Now I can get it. I get it. Yep.
10 hours. Unbelievable. You got more dice there, Amanda? Wow. Yeah, well, I always like when I first started playing World of Warcraft in like 2004, I got the guidebook, and there's this list that says 20 things I wish I knew before I started playing. And like point number 3, Murlocs are evil. That's all it says. Because when you walk up to one, and then they start swarming. And so Anna has a special swarm attack rules, which apply to them especially. The Anna made up like every one above 1, they have all get +1 hit and damage. So I use that on them all the time.
And I built that into the concept in Hawktails. I doubled down on it, so to speak. So
it was
now
not
character. Yeah.
It was not. Kingdom of the Ghouls was not, but it is a great adventure.
Yes.
Technically in the Underdark by Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Who created a 5th edition version, which, hold on.
Yeah, that was Empire of the Ghouls that came out as a big hardcover by Kobold Press later. So it was the Kingdom of the Ghouls in a Dungeon magazine. I think it was a Dungeon adventure. And then it turned into the Empire of the Ghouls. Yeah.
Probably the only Kobold Press book I own.
Yeah, it's a great adventure.
So, yeah, and this is the 5th edition updated version of it, way bigger than the original Kingdom of the Ghouls, which is in a Dragon magazine.
Yeah, and that's something you could take either inspiration from or place in the Underdark somewhere wholesale in GREYHAWK. I think it could fit in. You just have to change there's some elements you might change a little bit. So yeah.
But that had the ghouls as their own race, species, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Down there, and they bred and all that stuff. So that was a different type of kind of they had the same powers as undead ghouls, but they were kind of a little different. Like they were undead, but they were like sentient.
They're free-willed, like vampires and others, so to speak. So yeah.
Would you like a walking tour of the Shrine of Cthulhu? So I'm assuming you're the one who did it in Minecraft, right? Yeah. So I don't play Minecraft at all, but my son would get a kick out of it. So if you ever have a link or something, you can whisper. Yeah, I saw it. It was really cool. But you can, if you want to whisper it to me, I'll give it to my son and I'll watch him mess around with it. He's a Minecraft freak. He'd love it. So if you have multiple places and the server's up, that'd be cool. Yeah. And that you spend all that time putting that together too, man. I mean, that's
Underdark would make a lot of sense for Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because we used to do a lot of
stuff in.
We used to. That's why I loved like the 3rd edition Neverwinter Nights game was really if you knew how to code just a little bit, you could
You could do
all the
cool stuff.
adventures.
They
You
had
could, yeah,
exactly. You
yeah,
you had like a DM tool set
yeah,
that you can build whole stuff with. That was fantastic. They should, and Baldur's Gate has that too. So,
yeah,
and meaning if you want to do cool adventures in 3D, maybe those
yeah.
are tools that was invented in early 2000s.
Yeah.
That was you can build on it. So yeah,
Rook, there is an adventure called The Horde Undead that was done in that Neverwinter Nights.
yeah.
And I ran an adventure based on that adventure. I ran a real adventure. It was awesome because they created these
Hmm.
generators, and you had to. Well, actually, it was the Horde. The first one was the Horde, so it was orcs coming at you. It was like an invasion. It was so cool, and you had to
Hmm.
rush to get to those generators and kill them as they were coming more and more and more. And then they created one, the Horde Undead, which was even tougher.
Yeah.
The same person. I wish I still had them. They were fantastic ones for Neverwinter Nights for that third edition era of adventuring. Yeah. Location of Kingdom Ghouls on my Underdark map, but don't specifically place it. Cool. You won on that map. All right, well that's good. Okay, no, MySQL server, amazing. Yeah, really neat. All right, so what else we got here as we're running down on time? Any other final commentary? Yeah, that's awesome that you did all that, man.
Yeah.
That you took all that time to you know, it just shows how much you all love the game, you know.
Hmm.
So for me, it's like, what do you see the setup for tomorrow? I think it's one of the coolest looking ones I've done in a while, and that's what I love. I love the terrain building. So for my game. So Mike, what we got here cartoon wise?
Cartoon.
Here we
Well,
Oh
hey,
yes,
go.
cartoon time.
how about that?
Yes.
I have an Underdark cartoon.
Oh,
Yes,
awesome.
exactly.
Yeah.
Let me get this up here.
Oh, we're still in action mode here. Yep.
Yeah, let's get up here, and there's going to be a double sound for a second. They're both right. Okay. Okay, and then let me get the cultist one up here too.
So in the previous episode, the adventuring group swooped in and took out the bad guys.
Hmm.
And now there's this little brief moment where they're going to decide where to go from there.
Ah,
There
yeah.
we go.
I love how you done the Kuatoans. Oh, they look so cool. They all
Yeah.
look awesome. That
Yeah,
yeah.
All right. What
Kuatoans.
about them? Do not
Yeah.
harm them. They
Yeah.
helped me. Let them go. Very
And
well, but without Solara. We'll
and
need to
the
question what it
grumpy
said.
Duergar.
And we
It
we
looks so
can't stay
cool.
here. The Koatan looks like just dumb. Is that
Yeah, he's kind of
Mhm.
crazy.
And he's pointing to him to go that way. What to leave? Oh, and you see
Leave.
this guy's crying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Looks like he volunteered.
So the party's been disbanded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is episode 30. There's 8 more to go.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Nice flow.
But yeah, after talking about all this D series stuff, it's crazy. Like I really got deep into working on this comic. I really got deep into Underdark lore, and I never referenced those books. I think I probably referenced everything but those books, and I don't know how I managed that.
So yeah, I use so I don't need the realm tiles because I have too much Dwarven Forge, old Dwarven Forge to know what to do with. And I have all this other stuff. My sponsor Gamescape through D gave me with underground stuff. So I'll show you in a second what I got on the table. All right, and then we go to cultists. Still
Yep,
at the
the
steading.
cultists are at the steading. Yep.
Oh,
Here's the
cultists.
plan.
My favorite.
I
Yep.
set the watchtower on fire and we dashed inside during the confusion. I'll give you credit for being bold, but that's hardly an original idea. That's funny. Besides, the timber stronghold of the Hill Giant clan is practically immune to fire. The region rains daily and is cloaked in wet fog at night. Damp logs the steading are 3 foot thick and its heavy doors are bound in iron. Fine, so how do we get in? Visibility teleportation, guests from Peswell. Oh, you read one book and now you're an expert on magic all of a sudden? Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That is
I,
cool.
I I imagine that every adventuring group who's ever played that module has had a similar conversation like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, because everyone's like, just it's wood, light it on fire. Yeah, I mean, like I
Yep.
said, I've heard of people trying to burn down the Ravenloft castle, right? And so
Yep.
unrealistic that is. Yeah. So
Yeah, so yeah, the cult is trying to be clever. Wait till next week.
yeah. Uh-oh.
We'll see what they do.
That's
Oh,
great. That's
awesome.
so great.
Yeah.
All right, Anna, what's going on? And Mike, how about your game? How's your game going?
Oh my God, I almost forgot.
Uh-oh.
So yesterday, the 12th level 5e group of mine in my Paraline campaign
Mhm.
were marching through the woods to confront the big bad evil guy who is this archfey called the Faceless Lady that I designed.
Mhm.
So they're on their way through the woods, and when they're overcome by this fog, and then next thing you know, they're being attacked by evil treants and giants and goblins and winter wolves, just everything I could throw at them. Just wave after wave of monster. TPK. I
Ooh,
killed them all.
damn.
Then they woke up.
Ah,
Oh.
It was a weird.
Ah,
weird. Yeah.
I
good
I
one.
played out a battle where
That
and then it
Oh
turned out
is
to
my
be a weird.
gosh.
that's how you do it. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
So they woke
gosh.
up and they took all the psychic damage and like all the spells and stuff
Yeah,
that they
that's an illusion,
used.
a high level illusionist spell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I put a tweak on it. So everything, all the spells they cast, all the abilities, it was all spent.
That's awesome. But they're not dead.
It was a 3 hour throwdown. And
Yep.
when the first character dropped, because in 5e how they have death saves,
Yep.
I was like magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. I was just like killing them. And
Yep.
their jaw just dropped and
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I had
Yeah,
them.
yeah, I had an illusion that lasted three sessions, and I was like on the third session, they were like,
Oh,
"This
Anna.
is so dumb. This is what the heck with this?
Oh,
I
Anna.
demand a save." And he rolled a save, and I kid you not, he rolled 20. So that's when I told the
Oh
whole.
my
He figured it
gosh.
out, all of it, and they were like,
Attaboy Bones.
"Damn, yeah,
My
that was
Wow.
friend
so fun."
Jason, round one, my friend Jason
Oh,
said, "Ooh, what if this is an illusion?"
oh,
And I was
but
like,
they still went with it.
I was just trying to like, oh,
Yeah,
poker face, poker face.
yep,
I got through it
yep. Oh,
because
that's awesome.
players
Wow.
never back down from a fight. That's why I knew they
Exactly.
would do it.
Oh my
Exactly. You have to
gosh.
challenge them with a fight and then you
They
go
never once
downhill.
thought of retreating.
Yep.
They
Never.
just went
Hmm.
down to the
Yep.
last man. I'm like,
Yep.
Oh my
there you
gosh.
go.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, I did basically the same idea. I just ran it harder and harder until they were all realized they should have been dead long ago, so to speak. And somehow they were like fourth level, I think, or fifth level, and they met all sorts of the nastier. And it was so weird, and the landscape looked different, and because they were in Dragotha's memories, and yeah, I had so much fun because I realized now it's an illusion. I after on the second session when we started inside the illusion, I just went wild and just ran with it.
Needless to say, playing a 5e game, running a 5e game that you TPK a group in is
Yeah.
hard. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of work.
I
Yeah.
can
So
imagine how hard it is, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna regroup and try again.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah, or the Dallas Dream episode. Anna did 3 weeks of the Dallas Dream episode before they woke
Yeah.
up and figured out that it
Mm-hmm.
was all,
Yep. Yep.
a
This
year.
never this didn't happen. Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, Anna, what's up with you?
It's GaryCon prep. I've done all the basically all the player prep for the characters for my Shieldlands game. So it's coming out. Hopefully, I just have to compile the spell list and put that as a PDF, and then I will put that both on my blog and Patreon blog, and I will also send an update to all the players, so they get the download links and stuff. And since this is the third uh, like big playtest session I've run with the second generation or second alpha of the Hawktail rules. So I've updated a bunch of things. So it's the first proper session I had was like third, fourth, second to fourth level characters. And the second playtest was at Page with fifth level characters. And this one I'm going high. Now it's 9 to 10th level characters.
Wow.
So it's the Onsek and Brunor and the other Ertin and a bunch that been around for probably about 10 sessions now or something like that. They started out at like level 6. Now they're level 9, 10. So they have leveled up. So Onsek, the party leader, he is 10th level, and they are starting to get really tough. So this adventure, I need to put on some nasty cool stuff. So it will be a little bit of a mystery with some horror and some really nasty stuff for the Shieldlands game on at GaryCon. So it would definitely be a one that don't fight everything that shows up. It will be a test of if you murder hoboing, you're going to fail because I need to battle test this. So I'm going to throw some really nasty stuff in the area. So it will be interesting. But these are a bunch of tough characters, so to speak. They have some. Ertin he's like a paladin, so he's like a fighter paladin that, and he can deal out damage really tough, and he can take a beating more than most others. Onsek is the generalist. He can do anything combat like, whatever it is. He's sneaky, backstabby, and can take a fight up front reasonably good. And then we have Brunor, he's the war priest, and Omilla is the distance kind of druid fighter, and Bramor is a Tritherian war priest, and then we have Aru, she is a wizard and arcane caster. So it's an interesting bunch in that sense, but but Onsek is the undisputed party leader, so to speak, and he's 10th level tough guy. So it's going to be interesting to see how well this stands up. So the first two play test was okay to good to okay. So we'll see. I wanted to play faster than the previous one, but maybe I've dull down the rules too much, so it plays too fast. That will be the issue, to see if maybe people want the big numbers, because I've lowered the numbers, so they're lower hit points and they're lower damage, so you don't have less math to calculate. But otherwise, the rules are roughly the same. It's just that the math is dialed down a bit, so it makes it easier to calculate.
And it's a constant tweaking,
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. But some people might like to have big numbers and stuff. I think it's easier to streamline it a bit. So we'll see. Yeah. But so that is coming, and there also there will be some. I will explain some of the rules in upcoming post the next week. So I have that ready for GaryCon as well. So I will post that as well as part of the playtest, so you can kind of look in to see what's coming. Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
Yeah,
I'm
and
prepped for GaryCon too.
Yeah. So I'm never, and one of the spoiler for this one a little bit. I'm going to try and see if I that might battle test a vampire in the first one. In this one, because there is an Iusian vampire, so I might play test. I'm not sure yet. I'm still
Mescaline.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
He's a Boneheart, Lesser Boneheart member.
Yep. Yep. I'm going to see if he might show up. That might be the one of the big villains. I'm not sure if I'm going to battle test him or not. I have a lot of concept and ideas around it, so to speak, to make like a GREYHAWK version of stuff. So yeah. But on the other hand, meaning we have 9-10th level party here that have some really cool stuff they can do. So they can take a punch, and there will be some secret help that was be built in too. So it's I wouldn't and depends on where we go. It's a sandbox. I would just make a location, and there will be a mission related to the location, and then will be up to the players if you actually want to go there, or if you just go around being murder hoboing in general, so to speak. So we'll see. Yep.
Not yet on that information. It's GaryCon. There may be some announcements. You got to wait. Luke can talk all he wants. He's the head of the project we're working on. Just note, things are going very well. Okay, and we're going in the right direction. We have some cool stuff, a cool new book, but just right now, that's all we can say. You're probably not going to. If you see something this year, I'd be surprised on that. But my guess is if our book is successful, it's coming. So, all right, yes. So here's what I got going tomorrow night.
Yeah,
And
5.5e. Yeah,
there
that's
you
good.
go. All right, lots and lots of going into the Lord Mills because this was Easter egg a while ago. This is only part one. So, oh no, what's all that
Yeah.
stuff, Rob? Oof.
Yeah. What
Hopefully
is
that's
that?
not dwarf meat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's Jeremy Gamescape 3D on right now. And that's it from like I use this old waterfall thing I had just to expand on it. It's not exact, but it works. Running down. Yeah, that's Gamescape's on now. Most of the stuff on here, the tower and a lot of the mountains and hills is all his. There's the adventuring group right now. So, yep. So, for that, we have, and this is tomorrow night, Dragon Hunt Part 1. So, what has happened is that Skarn and Durgrim, the two dwarves, are at Wolfmaster Keep. And remember, Arabella is still with Lord Crestovere at his tower. Well, they were told that Crestovere and Arabella Hotforge took off because they saw a dragon flying in the north in the distance and took off saying, we can slay this, took half the dwarves with them and took off and no one's seen them. So now they're going, is it a rescue mission? Is it a slay a dragon mission? We'll find out. So it's 2 weeks. Next 2 Thursdays, we're doing this group. Now, I think Korg will be playing next Thursday, and so will Tom. So are they going to get eaten again? We'll have to find out. But that's Dragon Hunt Part 1. That is Thursday. Saturday morning, so far, I got 3. I'll have a 4th. The no-win scenario. I don't believe in the no-win scenario. James T. Kirk. Brand new characters. I have in my hands right here a human specialty priestess of the Red Knights. That's Sparkles Mandy's new character. And I also have a Ranger specialty priest of Tritharian for Show Me the Dice, Amanda's new character, along with Voda so far. And I may be adding 1 or 2 other people to that. I'm still building on that one. And that is Saturday at 11. Then Sunday night, something I've never talked about on this channel before, but we're going to get into it. Let me throw out the link from Tiffany gave me from a couple weeks ago, if I can frickin' find it. Here it is. There it is. And that is special guests Bunny Daniel, Zane Daniel, and Tiffany Rose Nickel. And we're going to talk about their Druskara project and Shadow Dark Sunday night. Let them just talk about what they're doing. So, yeah. And that'll be Kobayashi Maru reference. Of course it is. Yep. So there comes the Swirly Dice. Rory coming in. Thanks, Rory. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good game. Yes. See, I can spread my wings a little bit there, Jeff. We'll have some fun with that talk, have them on as guests, and we'll have a nice discussion. And then we will, get prep up for Gary Con and all the other stuff going on. So that is what is going on this week. So we got some great adventures, and we have some great guests coming, and looking forward to. Yeah, it's okay. Just come on and see what they're about. They're doing a huge new Kickstarter project, or I think it's on a backer kit for Shadow Dark content, which I won't run myself, but a lot of people like it. So enjoy. What's up, Demonkin? Good to see you. All right, last call, exclamation point drawing to get in on the giveaway. Got some new people rating in from Disorderly Dice. Good to see you, Rory. Hope you had a good game. And then we're going to go into bones like we normally do tonight. I know Darling crashed, but that's okay. Everyone came over anyway without the raid, and I really appreciate it. So next week we'll be talking a lot about some Gary Con prep things that are going on. It's getting closer and closer. Still gonna get my terrain together. Jeremy, thanks, man. Thank you very much. I'll send you. I saw your email. I haven't had a chance to respond to it. I'll respond back. either tonight or tomorrow morning. So really appreciate you stopping in. Thank you. All right. Let's do the giveaway. You get your choice of these two of these. All right. You got your treasures. You got a Tomb of Lizard King. You got a Ravenloft. You got a Saga of the Shadow Lord, which looks pretty good. X11. That looks pretty good. And then you got a Temple of Death by Zeb Cook. All right, and that's another Expert 1 X5. They're easy to convert into the D&D. Choice of 2 for the winner. All right. So get in, and we'll set that up, and then we'll do our raid, and we'll keep on moving. Yeah, they're all good. If you're outside the continental U.S., please, I will give you Troller Game gift certificates in lieu of, with the craziness of shipping now. But everything's getting more expensive, isn't it? Here we go. Winner tonight. Tomorrow night will be a Gamescape 3D giveaway and Troller Game giveaway. So you will, both. Here we go. Closing it out. Okay, here tonight's winner is Chris. Damn Chris.
Awesome.
1972.
Congratulations.
Congrats. You let me know what you want, dude. And then we will, congrats. We will, get that right out to you. Jeremy, I'll be in touch with you too. Greg, Justinius, I'll be in touch with you too. I'm supposed to have a guest. Yeah, Chris, just let me know which 2 out of these 5. Okay. Temp. Yeah. Ravenloft and Temp. What's Temp? Tomb of Lizard King. What's Temp? Chris, what was Temp? Temple of Death. I got it. Temple of Death. Okay. These 2. Gotcha. Duh. All right. I can't figure it out on my own. I got your address, almost positive. So thank you, Scala. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
I will start on the giveaways this weekend after my game. Okay. My birthday's this weekend too. So Sunday night is my birthday. Same night we have our guests on, but that's okay. I'm not even gonna tell you how old I am. It's getting up there. It's freaking crazy, but yeah, so there's a lot going on this weekend, but we got to get some games in because I'm barely streaming at GaryCon. So see you all tomorrow night, 7:00. All right, with some special guests and some fun times. Hitting the wrong button.
Bye.
Here. See ya. See ya the bones. Yeah, 21st. Let me tell you, I feel like $100 now, man. Dun. Oh, and Bones having an affiliate anniversary too. That's cool. Alrighty, look at that. 95, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Awesome. All right. Cool.